What is up, fellow gaming enthusiasts? My name is Kevin, and welcome to Beyond Polygons, where today, here on the second channel, the Archive channel, we're beginning our run of Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. I also totally missed the first line of this opening here. My bad. Nintendo! I love that this wasn't a game in North America. Because it feels like it would fit right in. In an age beyond living memory. See, then they pause for too long on these things. A devil's shade cast upon our land. Plunging it into the deepest darkness. And condemning us to grief without end. In vain we prayed to the bleak heavens. The 12 gods descended from above. To lead the charge against the great evil. Invoking holy light, the gods smote the devil. And granted us our last hope once more. We and our world were thus reborn. And so, as time flows endlessly on, our nightmare has faded into legend. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. No, just the game we're playing. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. We're here. We're playing it. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be playing this game for you all today. See, the thing with Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, and what I wish I could just capture in a video, and the way I want to talk about it, and the way I'm going to continue to talk about it throughout this entire playthrough, is how it feels like it wants to be a big RPG, especially for its era, developed by the series creator Shozo Kaga. And I feel like when Shozo Kaga left, because he doesn't work on Fire Emblem anymore, he left after the 5th game, which is the one after this. I feel like this was what Fire Emblem was meant to be, sort of thing. This is what he wanted Fire Emblem to be. He wanted Fire Emblem to be a role-playing game, more than a strategy game. It's not about the strategy in Fire Emblem. The strategy is whatever. It's about the role-playing, right? Yeah, you're taking turns. Yeah, the turns can matter, but it's the fact that you can kind of play it either which way. Anyway. And even just these, like, we have, like, these cutscenes from this grand story that we're about to be a part of. You see that dragon got into a fight with that dude? It was insane, man. I also got to open up FE4 Prologue. Whoops. Apparently that just moves you. Okay, sorry. This is just the first chapter. What was that? TweetDeck? Do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-wa-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-wa-ba-ba. So I just want to have this open so I can remember. Okay, there's nothing really to worry about in this chapter. I'm just reading ahead on what I gotta do for this chapter because there's stuff that I'll have to pay attention to. So there's a speed ring we gotta get. But yeah. I'm excited. If Thracia is going to get done, I'm excited to play it finally. This would be a great way to set us up to play it, wouldn't it? This is why everyone's playing it right now, right? So, yeah, I guess we'll just get it started. I have ordered a USB controller to make this whole experience a little bit more authentic, but it's not here yet, so in the meantime, we are going to be using the keyboard, my very clicky keyboard. Let's get this over here. Here we go. Fire Emblem Genealogy, the Holy War, let the games begin. New game. The Yggdrasil chronology. This is very hard to read, but it actually does give you a lot of insight. So back in the year 1, there was the Kingdom of Gran. It was born in the West Banks. Gran transitioned, became a republic, and it expanded to a golden age. And the advent of the Dark God and its vessel, and the rise of the Dark God, and the Archbishop of Gaul was crowned as the leader of the evil empire. And then 100,000 people were murdered. And then there was a sorrow in this place and a massacre in this place. And Prince Myra rejects her son. And there was the Princess Miracle of Darna. And then the Holy War began. And then the downfall of the Lopter Empire. And then the Kingdom of Granvale was born in 649. This game takes place around 689, I think. At the heart of the continent of Yggdrasil lies Granvale, a kingdom founded by Saint Haim of the 12 Crusaders. Supporting the royal family, the heirs of Haim are 6 noble houses, each also descended from a crusader of old. The 6 states, while still subservient to the royal family, each occupy vast swaths of Granvale's land and maintain mighty militaries of their own. Owing to King Asmer's advanced age, the governance of Granvale falls to his son, the highly respected Prince Kurth. Kurth has 2 trusted advisors in his rule, Lord Byron of House Chalfie and Lord Ring of House Ljungby. Granvale's Chancellor, Lord Reptor of Frigg, has long objected to the threat to his influence posed by Kurth and his advisors, and has allied himself with the avaricious, that's a better word. The avaricious Lord Langbalt of House Dozel to form a faction, opposed to Kurth's rule over Granvale. The young Duke of House Velthamer, Lord Arvis, leads the royal guard, in the king's care, and so has little time for the circus of politics. Only Father Claude of House Ada could foresee the oncoming storm. Into the midst of this tense situation comes dire news from Yggdrasil's east. Just follow all the way over here. What's going on? Darna, a town in the Yed Desert with deep ties to Granvale, is now besieged by savage warriors from Isaac. Reports of a brutal massacre abound. The news is met by the people of Granvale with furious cries for retribution, and before long, the kingdom declares war on Isaac. Thank you for the follow, Drew Dude. Thank you for the follow. Declares war on Isaac. Prince Kurth leads Granvale's charge on his father's behalf, commanding the military might of the kingdom's 6 houses. At Kurth's side, as always, is none other than Lord Byron, a highly decorated hero of peerless valor in his own right. Granvale has poured its entire military might into the Isaac campaign, and precious few soldiers remain behind with its neighbors. Augustria to the west. And Verdane to the south, bound in alliance with Granvale. None dare to dream they could ever be threatened. It is not long at all, however, before the people's confidence is shattered. As if from nowhere, a vast horde from Verdane, led by Prince Gandalf, crosses the Granvale border and lays siege to Ljungby Castle. In Lord Ring's absence, his daughter, Lady Aideen, is Ljungby's only guardian. Lord Byron has entrusted the defense of Granvale in his absence to his son, Sigurd, who remains at Chalfie Castle with a mere handful of soldiers. A friend of Aideen since childhood, Sigurd is horrified to hear of the Ljungby siege, and even with so few soldiers, is determined to protect Aideen and his fatherland from the savage Verdonite hordes. The year is 757 Grand Calendar, and thus the threshold of fate is cast open. Nobody could have known then that this simple disturbance was but the first of countless calamities to come. I love this. I love how verbose these Japanese games are. Prologue, the birth of a crusader. You are the ocean's gray wave. Gray wave. Oh, man. As someone who hates that song with a passion, it was a shame to know that it was a remix. Milady, the castle is completely surrounded. We've failed you. We couldn't do a thing to save you from them.
It's all right, my dear. Every one of you will do your best you could do. Please, you needn't worry about me. You must ensure that as many of you survive this as possible.
No, milady, we might not stand a chance, but every last one of us will give our lives to protect you right to the very end.
Thank you, Madur. I'm so sorry.
Gandalf's army already has Youngby surrounded. Adine is in grave danger. Noish, I'm gonna help her. I'm leaving Chalfie in your hands. Hey, my lord, surely you don't intend to go alone. Nearly all of our forces are already on the march to Isaac with Father. There's hardly anybody left to call upon. They may be simple savages, but Verdaine's army is still huge. I can't risk your lives by forcing you to face them. Perish the thought, my lord. I was a born knight, and I will gladly risk dying at a knight's death in your name. I'm having a hard time reading. To allow our lord to die alone in battle would be an unspeakable disgrace. We shall be by your side every step of the way. Alec, I trust you're of the same mind? Yeah, of course, but there's more than just Youngby at stake. We've got to stop by the nearby villages first. This is a tutorial. Those thugs will try and beat us to them, and they'll loot, massacre, and burn all the villages. We've got to get there first and lend the locals a hand in locking the villages down and fortifying their defenses. Absolutely. We mustn't neglect our knightly duties to the people, especially not at a time like this. This is very important. Good point, Alec. Actually, it was all Oifei's idea. That kid's every bit the tactician they say he is. Give him a few years and he'll be a match for his old grandpa, Lord Caesar. Oifei's still around the castle, huh? Oifei, I know you're here. You can come out now.
My apologies for still...
Oh, does he have... Should I make him sound like Morty? My apologies for still being here, sire. No, I see. I do an older Morty. I can't do like kid Morty.
My apologies for still being here, sire. My apologies for still being here, sire. Still, if you would allow it, I would like to join you in battle. I can't just sit back while you risk your lives. I'm the kid. I will go fight back.
He looks like he looks like he's 8. I don't know. You're still so young. Are you sure you're ready for this?
I'm already 14. I'm already 14, sire. I may not be battle ready just yet, but there's still so much I can do to support you. Please, allow me to accompany you. I swear I won't let you down.
Fair enough, Oifei. After all, you've already spent 2 years training as my squire. Real battlefield experience would be fantastic for your training, but you're still definitely not up to actual combat duty for now. Hey, how about you ride with me as my advisor instead?
Yes, thank you, sire. Thank you.
My lord, what of the defense of Chalfie itself in our absence? Leaving the castle unattended is risky. Should the enemy slip past us, an unguarded castle will fall easily and spell us a swift end. Noish, I'd say there's only one man who can defend upon. Hey, Arden? Hold on a moment. Why me, Alec? Sturdy as a brick wall, strong as an ox, slow as a turtle. Face it, Arden. You were born for guard duty. I'm strong and tough, I know, but you really don't need to call me slow. I don't know why he's Scottish. He has a point, Arden. Would you? You're the most apt at guard duty. Fine, I'll do it. But you have to bring me with you at least once. I don't want to be left out of the auction. Right. Men, it's time to set out. Let's start by assisting the villages, and then it's onward to Youngby. And this is the game. That's all Sigurd had. Sigurd was left here. So I like that they explain that there's an army going on. Now there's like, the entire army is over in another place. And this isn't an army. This is just a ragtag group of like 4 dudes. Pog, full Arden run. I was honestly considering walking out with Arden. But you see how many dudes there are here? I feel like this game sets you up with quite the... Does it tell me how many dudes they have? They have 32 dudes. We have 4. And Youngby Madur, who's on our side, that's Madur right there. He's under attack. He's surrounded. There's going to be other people we meet as well. But anyway, so let's just check the people we have with us. Also, the music, Prologue, it's actually it's a very good theme. I actually love that every chapter has its own theme music. A lot of people liking that I'm live on Twitter, or live on Twitch, but y'all should be here. If you're here, come on, hang out. Say hello, let's chat, let's all have a grand old time. I also forgot to get myself some water, so give me just one moment before we go over our characters here. Didn't take long at all. I don't think you guys could read that. No big deal. I needed to get that drink out of the way. I was really thirsty. All that talking. Alright, so we have our Lord. Our starting dude, he's already promoted. He's a level 5 Knight Lord. His name is Sigurd. He comes with a steel sword and an iron lance. He can wield both. Awesome that your starting Lord can wield 2 things. He has 1 skill. It's Pursuit. It pretty much just means you can double in combat, and that's actually a very interesting thing, because if we look at our knight here, Arden, the old man, he doesn't have Pursuit, which means he literally cannot attack. He cannot attack, he can't attack twice, no matter how fast he is. Not that he would be fast, he's a knight, but it's interesting that they do that, because then we'll go over to our 2 knights here. We have Alec, whose skills are Pursuit, he can double attack, and Nihil, which means he can't get hit by criticals, skills, and crippling hits. I'm not sure what crippling hits means. I think that means, like, attacks that will, like, lower your stats, maybe? I'm not sure. I never claimed to be expert at this game. And then you have Noish over here. We actually will be using Noish a little bit, because he doesn't have Pursuit. He can't double, but what he can do instead... he has critical instead. Yeah, critical hits, actually. In this game, they come up in ways a little bit more consistently, because there's ways to, like, activate them. But at the same time, they're so hidden. Critical hits are very hidden unless you have the skill here, like Noish has. Noish has it. Critical means he gets a critical hit, and it only doubles. It doesn't triple in this game, so they're not particularly amazing, but trust me, we're going to make it work. And a cost... that lets you double, but it's kind of like, I think the way a cost works is you'll do an attack, and then there's a chance that you might do another round of battle. So you might attack again within the same combat. But I think your opponent will also get an attack. But regardless, I've decided for this run, I am going to focus heavily on using Noish a little bit. I just want him to be holding some good stuff. Alec we might not use because I have an odd fascination with using Arden, so we're going to use Arden. So you'll notice here that this map is also huge. Look at this. We gotta get all the way here to Youngby. This is where we gotta get. And then for some reason, there's also all this map over here in Evans Castle. What's that? Well, we'll deal with that later, but for now, it's there. It's right there in front of us, isn't it? So, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put myself a little bit more in the middle. But yeah, and then there's also all this space up here, and there's a village there we gotta save, and villages here we've gotta save, and this village we gotta save, and even, what is this, a chapel? Chapels actually heal you, but we'll get to that later. Let's just do our first turn here. We're gonna depart with Arden. Here he comes. In ways, he's the Jagan, because he's an old guy. But he has he's got skills. Anyway. I want to use Noish. So I'm going to have Sigurd do the first fight, though. And he's going to stand in the trees, because that's the safe move. Go in with your steel sword. It doesn't tell you, as you can see, this is your combat prep. You can understand it enough. You got HP. That's your HP. That's the opponent. No, sorry. This is your target. Oh, you can't see my mouse. I didn't set it to see my mouse. One sec. Oh, it does say capture cursor. Then why can't you guys see it? There it is. Sorry. So here is their stats of the target that we're hitting. And then right here is what our stats are going into the fight. So it's important to understand this is the damage we're taking. But that's his HP, and this is our HP, and that's the amount of attack we're doing. And that's their defense, right? So you actually have to do the calculation yourself. We're going to do 19 damage. We're going to do 24 minus 5. That's 19. He's going to be doing 19 minus our 9. He's going to do 10. But he has no chance of hitting us because we're using a sword and we're standing on a tree. But we have a 100% chance of hitting. And that's all you got to do. There's nothing here about crit. Doesn't even tell you if you double. Like I said, this game is a little old, but I think it has everything we expect of Fire Emblem. And that's why I like it. See, I didn't even know I was going to double. I didn't even know I was going to double there, but I did, so there it is. I wanted Noish to do that fight, but it's okay, fine. We'll just charge in Noish like this. You'll also notice that these are road tiles, and you see there's a -10 up here. There's a -10 up here. So it actually makes you more vulnerable to be fighting on a road, as opposed to a plane right here where it's a 0 again. It's important to understand. It's important to understand these things. What is Noish holding? A steel sword, right? Okay, so you stand just right there, hold out that sword. And you'll come up. You'll start heading down this way, Alec. And that's it. That's everybody. There's nothing else to even do here. We can look inside our home castle. That'll play a bigger role in the next chapter, in the first official chapter. We still have to end our turn, but we're going to change a few things in our options first. One thing that's very important is you got to turn on the autosave, and onto which file you want to do it on. We're going to do it on planned pairs. There is one I've thought of mentally that I want to do. Since I'm using Arden's going to pair with someone. I'm not sure who yet, but we're going to. We're going to put it on 3, just because that's my next open file. But I only have one pairing, and that's Noish and Aira. That's my only plan so far. Because that way the two kids have the chance to crit. I'll speed them up, tech speed, bring that way up, and all that. And I don't want auto cursor, actually. I'm not the type of person who wants auto cursor. Anyway, you can also use this to see all the skills. These are all the skills in the game. And we'll see, it'll tell us in the bottom there who has the skill and who doesn't. Also, to check if we were able to double something, we can just check. See, our speed was 12, and the average speed of these guys is 7. It's the same as other Fire Emblem games. If you beat their speed by at least 5, you get a double, usually, for Pursuit. I think that's what that means. Anyway, but that's turn 1. Turn 1 of the new playthrough. You cursed... You curs seriously haven't seized this puny castle. Wait, how would Gandalf sound? He's Gandalf. Doesn't sound like actual Gandalf. You curs seriously haven't seized this puny castle yet? Useless, the lot of you. Out of my way, I'll do it myself. Oh, I'll do it myself. Verdane. You, not bad for being here all on your lonesome, but I've had enough of your struggling. Hand axe, and you just got a crit on it and just smacked Madur. Lady, forgive me. I love that sound effect.
Madur,
Well, looks like we have quite the gem here, and Yungri's princess to boot. You're coming with me, dearie. Listen up, DiMaggio, I'm heading back. You and Gerard are in charge.
Yeah, sir.
Ha, relax, it won't be long, and I'll be bringing Kinbaith's lot along for the fun. When I do, all Granvale's our oyster. Even Valhalla ought to be easy pickings, but with nobody around to stop us. What with nobody around to stop us? The kingdom's all ours, boys.
Leave it to us, sir. No, he's pulling away the girl. He's taking 18. What are you doing?
Oi, quit your dawdling. We don't have all day, you know.
Ellipsis.
And we're going to watch him walk all the way over. Cut the bridge. I'll have none of those Grand Vale worms crossing over here. Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Oi, Gerard. I'm going back to Marfa for now. You're in charge of the border. Stay sharp. We clear? Yes, sir.
But, your lordship, who's that dame you have there? The spoils of war, my boy. She's coming back to Marfa to marry me. What do you think? A real keeper, eh? I'll say just look at that, just making me mouth water. Back off, this one's mine. You'll have to pick of all of Granvale once we're done here. Keep it in your pants a little longer, yeah?
What animals! Gods above, I implore you to bestow upon these men a hint of human decency.
Oi, what are you mumbling about now? We're out of here. No dawdling, yeah? And they're heading down that path to somewhere. Who knows? Get to work, boys. Our next stop's Chalfie. Don't forget to milk the villages for all they got. Verdane's army. It's so good. No. Ooh. See, yeah, so a cost continues a round of battle. So there was 2 fights that happened there. Music's so good. Looks like we've made it in time, Lex. And by the look of it, Sigurd's staring down the entire Verdane army with just a handful of men. Bet he'll be glad for the help, but geez, Azel, I can't believe I let you drag me into yet another mess like this.
With the war in Isaac going on, there's hardly anyone left to defend Granvale. Sigurd's few knights are all we have, and they're out here risking their lives on behalf of the entire country. I couldn't just leave them to die.
We both know there's more to it than that. Come on, Azel, what's the real reason we're here?
I have no idea what you mean.
It's that Lady Aideen of Ljungby, isn't it? Come on, everyone knows you like her. You just came for her sake, didn't you?
No, of course not, you dolt.
Really? Then why's your face beat red? Looks like somebody's got a girlfriend.
Lex, knock it off. Come on, we've wasted enough time.
Got it. Time to teach those Verdanite thugs a lesson or two. My boy Lex. So we're going to save our progress at the beginning of every turn. Ah! Can't get anywhere. Do. Bam. I want to head... I want Noish to get experience, so I'm going to send Noish this way. And he'll fight some dudes there. It's very easy to cap out your Sigurd in this game. If I run Sigurd all the way down here, what else is he going to fight? Nothing. Nothing important, mind you. Because this thing isn't going to... It even tells you, like, when you're fighting an archer, like, the damage that they'll do, even though they won't attack. Yeah, I know. Lex is a Chad. That's a great way to put it. I never thought of that. We're going to be doing this a lot. Speeding up combat. Because I'm on an emulator and it just makes the combat so much easier. But meanwhile, we got our 2 new guys. Up here, we have Lex, the Axe Knight. He only wields axes. He's got a lot of strength. Does a lot of damage. He's got Vantage, which is a great skill for passing down to the next generation. And Paragon, an even better skill for passing down to the next generation. Paragon doubles users' experience gain. It's very good. It's very, very good skill. So we're going to try to take out these guys first. That's what fire magic looks like. We didn't really sit around to watch it, but... I'm too used to doing that when I play this game, so... Just the way I play it.
Pay attention, kid. Weapons aren't created equal. See, swords beat axes, axes beat lances, and lances beat swords. This right here is why you've got to use your head before you blunder into battle. Speaking of battle, if you ever find yourself hurting out there, Chapel's the best place to go. It ain't free, mind. Every bit of health you regain will cost you 5 gold pieces, but you can't put a price on your health.
I don't know, that was the voice I gave him. So whenever you visit a village, you get 5,000 gold. But for every turn that they burn something down, so this guy burned off the top of that, it drops by 500. So effectively, you have 10 turns to save any village. Because this village is about to get attacked by this guy in 2 turns. Someone's going to start attacking this village. And they're going to start attacking that village. But you got 10 turns to get to all of them. And the faster you get there, the more money you make. And I think that's like the nice blur between the strategy RPG stuff and, well, the strategy and the RPG. Because now it's not that it favors you to have good strategy. It is important to have good strategy. You are rewarded for it. But you don't have to. You can still play the game and have good minds to it, just save the villages in the first place, but you don't have to necessarily do it in the most efficient way, but there is a very efficient way to do everything. Anyway, end the turn. You ready for Verdane's music? It's so good. Picking a fight with Arden, are you? Oh, good job. Good job, Arden. You killed it. Well, you didn't kill it, but, I mean, close enough. Like a lot of Fire Emblem games, the first chapter is going to be full of axe dudes, and axe dudes means use your sword and you win. And, yeah. Bonk. What is up, Dylan X J Luxter? Welcome to the stream. Hey, let's go! You said it right. My eyes are with me today. I was reading it and I was like, how do you... Yeah, I think you got a good color today in my chat window. Horse Emblem, here we come. Perez34, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Did you guys actually watch the update video or you just pop into the stream because I tweeted about it? Either way, I don't care. I was just curious. Well, on mine, you're purple, but it's okay. You saw the tweet? Fair enough. Don't worry about it. Good, we aren't too late. I pray Sigurd is still unhurt.
I'm sure my brother's doing just fine out here, but it won't be easy without a magic user in his ranks. I want to do all I can as a healer to help out and save lives. Quan, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess as well. I know Chalfie isn't my family anymore now that we're married, but I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. Thank you so much for coming, not just from me, but from Sigurd. There's no need for thanks, Ethlin. Sigurd is every bit as important to me as he is to you, remember? He is my brother-in-law, after all, and I couldn't possibly leave you to fight all alone. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
My lord, we should hurry. Lord Sigurd still awaits us on the battlefield just ahead. So we got 3 new people. Again, we got Quan, who married into the royal family, effectively. He wants to talk to Sigurd, as you'll see here. It tells you everything. The only skill he has is Adept, which means he might attack twice, but that... So the difference here with Adept, and Adept is better than Pursuit, because Adept, Adept, whatever, you'll attack, and then you'll attack again, even before the opponent gets, like, if you... Let's say you're attacking something, you could attack... And then before they even counterattack, you get to go again. You get a brave weapon. Sometimes. Maybe. It says may. It's probably based on your speed stat. Finn over here. Finn's really good because he's got the Miracle skill. Miracle is great skill, as we all know. It's interesting that it's not tied to a class. It's actually a personal skill. It's kind of Finn's thing. We're going to want to pass that down to a future generation child, probably. I'm not sure who, but I would love to pair him up with somebody. And we get Ethlin here. Ethlin is our first healer. Well, that was something I haven't shown yet. As you can see here, something I didn't notice is in the left there, it says lover. It says lover right here. So that's how the pair up works and the love mechanics and all the marriage in this game. There's a nice little lover section right here. It tells you who a character can fall in love with. And then you have Sigurd right here, who it's just telling you that you can talk to Sigurd. Her skill down here is... critical. She can get critical hits, so you can pass that on to a future generation, but you actually can't. She will pass that on to her child in the future, but her and Quan are already married, so you can't change what they do. But I will, you know, you got to use him in the first one. We'll try to get Finn to learn some sort of skill. I would love for him to not be bad. He wants to talk to Sigurd too, doesn't he? Whoops. You want to talk to Sigurd? No, you don't want to talk to anyone. Yeah, Quan, you just run on ahead. You just run on ahead. Ethelyn, you come too. I don't think anyone comes up behind us this chapter, so it's no big deal. Other chapters, there might be a dude who like comes running up behind you to give you a hard time. But Arden should be okay. I just want to get him some experience. Whoa, he did it! Arden, you killed something. It's the first time I've ever used Arden, for the record, so I don't know what to expect from him. I wish the talk thing in the unit's profile was more common. Would have led to a lot of less possible recruit deaths, but I guess that's the fun of it. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of everything. I love this game. This is a Fire Emblem. So you probably won't double. I like that your characters still have like that run-in at the beginning, if you know what I mean. You'll see it here. I'll do it here. I want to actually use Noish a fair bit, because I never used the Cavaliers in this game, so we're going to actually try and use them this time. Good job, Noish. Thank you for the follow, Brash Bandit. I like that name. We'll visit here and... Oh, thank the gods, we're saved. We can't thank you enough. Here, take the whole village did their bit to raise some money for you. It's not much, but we hope it helps you out. Be sure to lend the other villagers a hand too, but they'll be happy to help you right out back. FE inspired? Damn right, I love it. I like the run-in. When I played Echo, that was my favorite part. Yeah, see, and it started in this game. This was the game that did it first. I mean, it might have been in the Shadow Dragon, like the original remake of Shadow Dragon. God, how do they do that? How do they manage that one, right? Lex doesn't start with much, but he will become one of your better units. I usually use Azel a lot more though. I think this game's fantastic, dude. I think this game is fantastic. I just think it's a very good game. It plays very well. It's Fire Emblem. Lex can't double though, that's the problem. Lex can't. Lex swings once and hopefully does enough damage. Because as you can see, he's only got Vantage and Paragon. He can't double. But I still like him. He's still great. Stand right there so you're in the plains. And everything else is a road around you. See, it's all about very smart movement. I mean, I'll tell you, this game is a bit dated. It shows its age because this came out in 1996. Much in the same way Pokemon came out in 1996, and it, you know, it's hard to play Red and Blue these days still. But playing this game is still great. Even though, well, yeah, of course just it's Super Nintendo. Have you seen the animation in FE6? FF6? Sorry, Final Fantasy 6? Final Fantasy 3? You'll see, we'll point it out. We'll point it out when it looks dated. I think for the Super Nintendo, that's fairly good animation. I'll have to see how FE5 looks, because FE5 Thracia 776 might look a lot better. I mean, like, there's something kind of lovable about how crappy that hand-axed animation is. And then, like, the little... Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it great? As much as I love the sprites in the G, I've always loved how they dodge before a counterattack. If they dodge before a counterattack, they'll attack from their dodge position. Yeah, I like that too. I like that in this game, and you'll see it when we start doing arena runs, that you'll see them like reposition and stuff in combat. I think that's cool. Sometimes they'll just start swinging. Sometimes they'll walk to get closer. You don't know. I think it's kind of magical. It's kind of nice. Okay. Arden, you're gonna fight this guy. You're gonna bonk this guy. Here it is. Oh, in Thracia? Oh, if they do it in Thracia too, that's good. Whoa, whoa, dodge. You did a lot of damage. I don't want Finn to fight that guy yet. Finn will fight some other stuff. Ow. So Alex, kind of your fast one because he's the green. He usually doubles, but his attacks don't do as much damage. Whereas Noish does more damage in one hit and is much less likely to double. Yeah, you didn't get a double on that one. You guys will work your way back to being part of the crowd. Guess Finn will get this attack now. It definitely adds a little bit of spice. I'm totally dropping frames right now. I'm well aware. I'm very sorry. I'm not sure. We've had some internet issues today. So if I'm blinking out a little bit, I'm sorry. You need to talk, but we can do that later. I don't know how I want to do this now. Slice. Slice. You know you're a good unit if you jump into battle as opposed to... Then we'll run them back a little bit. So Quan can come in and do a little talk right here. Sigurd, glad to see you in one piece. Quan, what are you... We heard about the Verdane attack and couldn't just leave you be. We're here to do what we can. But what about Leonster? Aren't your hands full there keeping an eye on Thracia? Speaking of Thracia. Indeed, that's why Finn is the only knight here with me. The Landsundreiter are all back at home under Father's command. Is that so? Quan, I'm sorry for pulling you into this mess too. I know you're... Sorry? Surely you jest, Sigurd. Surely you jest, Sigurd. Don't you recall our old pledge? Come now, how could you forget? All those years ago when we were students at the Valhalla Academy? You, me, and Eldigan, dear friends and fierce rivals in equal measure. Surely you recall that night talking late about our hopes and dreams and pledging our aid to the one another in times of need? Ah, of course, I remember it well. I'm glad you explained it for the people who might be listening to our conversation. Excellent. Now shall we? With both of us here, what hope could those Verdanite savages possibly have? Never forget, Sigurd, I'm here for you, now and forever. I will not let I will not lose to these low lives. I kind of want to run in Ethlyn, but she's going to get attacked from all angles, so let's just keep her a safe distance away. I'm going to turn off her animations. This game does a better job of setting up where you can edit animations like that. Your animation settings. Smack. That's it. That's all Lex does. It's just one. And that's it. That's all he does. Just one fell swing. He's already level 5. You just continue on, Lex. You're just going to continue your way onwards. Meanwhile, Aza will clean up the back here. I feel like, because you have to start thinking about just like, you hit him and then... Oh, Azel. You're standing on the right square, though, so you're fine. Woo, you're done. And then Azel gets a level up over here. We're doing good. Maximizing the prologue chapter. I like it. It was a great level up. The growth rates in this game are not great. I'll tell you that right now. There's like also like all this down here. You don't even need to go here, but it's all here on this map. I love how big these maps are. No. Slice. Dead. Yeah, Sigurd's kind of busted. They made Sigurd the real Jagan in this game. And he's your starting character. He is your starting character. Oh, Finn, you be careful. No dying on the first chapter now. You better not be dying on the first chapter. I love the music in this game. It's so good. And we gotta save this village next, so we gotta get over here to save that village. So Finn needs help the most. Arden, give him a bonk. Arden. Ooh, Arden, you give him that bonk. You couldn't get any farther, could you? Finn, I'm gonna let you fight this guy. And if you miss and die, which you can't miss, so you're fine. Music in this game is fantastic. Don't move too far ahead because I want Ethlyn to get here first. Turn off her animations just so we don't have to watch the healing animation all the time. I don't want to watch it. And she's got to talk to Sigurd too. It's nice that talk can be used as a bonus action. D&D terms. Sigurd! Oh, you're unharmed. It's great to see you too, Ethlyn. Thanks so much for coming. I just couldn't stay away when I heard of Verdane's attacks. It's such a relief to know you're okay. Oh, come now. Do you really think I was about to lose to Verdane? I had heard that Chalfie barely has any soldiers left behind, given that most of the army is away in Isaac. And let's face it, I can't remember the last time you didn't just leap straight into a crisis without thinking. That's foreshadowing. With Father away at war, I knew I had come. Someone has to save you from yourself, after all. Wow, it feels as if I was getting this very lecture only yesterday. Kind of like you should be listening to this lecture, Sigurd. Don't run off a cliff. It's not like that's literally on the cover of the game. You running off a cliff. This is why I really don't feel bad about admitting what happens in this game. I swear, after Mother passed away, it was you who single-handedly keep us in check. Once you went off to marry Quan, we could have sworn that Father finally had a proper little lady for a daughter. But no, nothing's changed at all. I feel so sorry for Quan. Ha ha ha. Sigurd, I'm only what you and Father made me. If I'm a fusspot, then it's squarely your fault. Perhaps if the two of you hadn't been so unkempt. Perhaps you're right. Listen, Ethlyn. We might not act like it, but everything you've done means the world to us. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've always caused you, and thank you so much for coming. Sigurd. Sibling quarrels. It's so well written. Haha. Okay, so I want to give him a good... Just give him a bonk. Give him the bonk. Bonk him! Bonk him, Arden! Bonk! Arden, I hope you become okay at some point. He very well might not. He very well might stay bad for a good while. Whoops, I didn't mean to, well, we'll fast forward it now. Slice, dodge, slice. Oh, you're not going to double either, are you? Nope. Okay. Well, in that case... I'm just going to block his movement. Ethlyn, Finn's been healed. Yeah, you guys can just go. Just charge right in. I don't care. I don't even care. Yeah, just go. Just go. If you're holding your sword, you'll be fine. And Quan, you just run right up behind him. Brothers-in-law. No, that's the turn. Grind art on the last castle, then you can promote by like chapter 1. Oh, I could. Oh, I should. Dude. Let's do it. Let's actually do it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 ba ba. It's a solid like minute and a half loop, or it might be like 50 seconds, but that's still like a long loop for your average video game. Yeah, you know what, Noish, I want you to get experience because I'm actually going to use you. So if you're going to be hanging out with Aira, who's going to be sweeping everything, I need you to get ground up like some good ground beef. I don't know. I don't even know if that was funny. Oh, you got a strength. What a level up. The level ups in this game are going to be so trash. Because this game has like horrible growth rates. It's just how it works. Oh, come on, Arden. You'll get there eventually, man. Whoa. We're halfway there. Whoa. Living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Get those heals going. That's how Ethelin's going to get experience. Ethelin can be really good if you level her up. But there's a better character who's like really bad early on, but if you trade her, she gets really good. And that's Racasis. As I've always pronounced it. I like the pronunciation of Racasis. It sounds way better. Smack! Oh. You can just stand there. It's fine. Is that everybody? Nope, I gotta move you guys still. Quan! Take him out! Of course you can't. Because you're useless. Yeah, you can also jump between castles. There's only 3 castles on this map, so... There's like a lot of shortcuts to speed up where you set up where your cursor is and all that. I think it's cool. Anyway. No. Yeah. You'll also notice, and it took me a while to notice it, is that the swords and weapons they hold are different depending on what they're holding. In their sprite, they'll be holding different weapons. They took that away in the GBA games because it's too much work. But then they like brought it back for all the 3D games. I remember I was very like, oh, look, she's actually holding the sword in like Path of Radiance. Like the sword that I gave them. Or the axe I gave them. It's like, that's the same one I gave him to hold. Wow, attention to detail. The lords of this land, House Chalfie, have been revered as most magnificent swordsmen for generations. It's no wonder, being that they bear the bloodline of Baldur, the god of light of old. With those Verdane thugs, our lucky Lord Byron isn't around with his holy sword Tyrfing, they wouldn't stand a chance. 3,000 gold. You can speed up your cursor like that, too. Oh, you guys can't even... Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Slice. Dodge. Slice. That was a good level up, Finn. Ah, good job, Noish. This game's amazing, okay? I can't say it enough. I really like this game, and I think it holds up really well. People might argue with me on the whole holds up part, but I honestly think it does. If you can run back to right there, I want Ethlyn to come and finish this off. Because she's not going to get hit by anything. Oh, of course she can't double though, so. You take a step back, and you move down here, and you... Oh! That was our first example. Did you see the little thing that happened? That was it was completely unneeded. But that was a sibling crit. If two characters are blood or brother or sister, I totally fast forwarded through it. It's such a shame. But if the two characters standing adjacent to each other as they go into a fight, if they are brother and sister or married, so Quan can also do this with Ethlyn, you get a critical hit. There's a chance of it happening. It's not 100% of the time, but there was a prime example of it right there. Is that everybody? Yeah, it's everybody. It's hard to see in a lot of the animations, but you will notice it after a while. So this guy's got an Iron Axe, dodge, Alec go with a slice, and another slice. We'll try to grind Arden on the last castle. We'll grind him on the last castle like a cheese grater. We'll have Arden on there. We'll just be like, grind. Grind on the castle. That's such a horrible joke. Arden, you can make it finally. Arden! Arden, bonk him on that! Oh. He did it. He did it. Good job, Arden. You got a speed and a resistance? Oh man, our Arden's busted. Look how good our stats are. Can you take out this guy, Finn? If you can take him out, you do exactly enough damage to take him out. 21 minus 5 is 16. You got to do all the math yourself. It doesn't tell you the damage you're going to do. There's an example of how this game's a little dated. I mentioned it at the beginning. I don't think you were here yet, Brash Bandit. Yeah, I just put Sigurd here. He's close enough to full health. In fact, what I could do, we're gonna try to get a love crit right now. So then you move her there, because horses have Canto in this game. They can attack and then move. Oh, we didn't get it. Oh, but he doubled. He had the accost. The accost activated. That was an example of a cost going off. Because he got to just adept, sorry. Oh, I just said, in one of the ways this game is dated, I'll explain it right now. See, Alec's going to go in for this attack here, Iron Sword. So, as you can see over here, this is the HP. That's their HP, their attack stat, their defense stat, and then the chance of them hitting us. And then here's ours over here. That's our HP, our attack, our defense, and our chance of hitting. It doesn't actually do this calculation though. So we're not doing 15 damage to them. We're doing 15 minus 6. We have to do the math ourselves. Whereas in later games, it just told you how much damage you were going to do in the attack. And you could still do this calculation in the new games. It is still very linear. But yeah, I just always thought that was cool. That's all I said. That's all I was saying. Because you keep pointing out how it's like, this game's kind of dated. Well, like it's dated, but it's not. And that's exactly like, it's those types of little bits of, how would you say? Just the little bits qualities of life, you know? You can tell they're missing. Hazel, you gotta save that. You gotta save that place. Lex will come down. Lex will come on down too. Don't worry about it. Oopsie. Move the maximum distance. You know, this game holds up really well for a SNES game. Thank you. Also, hello. Hello, Vin SRC. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War run. We're going to be playing through this whole game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, I think, honestly, yeah, that's exactly my point. I feel like this game, it's easy to look over. Like, you can look over the issues this game clearly has because it came out in 1996. In much of the same way that we have to look past the fact that Red and Blue are not well-programmed Pokemon games. But you know what? It started Pokemon. We still put up with it because we didn't know what else we were going to put up with later. So we're going to fight DiMaggio here.
Come on, you Granvale cowards. Come at me, I'll crush the lot of you.
Verdane's officially, like, really Irish. Is the gameplay fun or bland? Yeah, it's true. Very rarely can a game's graphics really, like, take you away from it. But even then, that also involves, like, really good sound design and stuff. I don't want Sigurd to take that. Do you have any heals we gotta do? What happens if you do this attack? 26. He does 29 minus 9. He does 20 damage, so he would two-shot you, so let's not do it. Let's not do that yet. We gotta save this village here. No story can carry a bland game? Yeah, no, it's true. But a good story can deal with an okay game. You know what I mean? Like, there's a fine balance to both, really. I'm going to throw the javelin at him just so I probably do less damage. In fact, I do way more damage than kill him. So, if you just one-shot him, can we do that? 22 minus 5 is 17. Have you played Radiant Dawn? All the quality of life talk has me thinking of how Maniac mode literally stops letting you look at the enemy movement range, lol. I've played a little bit of Radiant Dawn. I got bored of it partway through, but I had only rented it.
Oh, you came to save us? I was so sure this was the end. Take this little trinket. It's the least I can do.
They call it a speed ring. Slip this. Oh, go on, try her out. The enemy's too slow to hit you. So we get a speed ring there. So this game doesn't have stat boosters. Instead, you have rings. There's a lot of rings for different stats. There's even rings that give you skills. The speed ring just gives you speed plus 5. Your inventory is actually like 7 slots big. It's the biggest inventory of any Fire Emblem game per character. So you can use up one of your slots to hold a speed ring and make you a little bit faster. So hopefully, my thinking is, if agile, which I'm pretty sure that means speed, you can continue a round of battle. So let's hope we can get a few rounds of battle. And one thing that I didn't really talk about yet, but it doesn't really matter. You have the Holy Blood chart here. Whatever chart of the Holy Blood you're on, like in Sigurd's case, because he's the Lord, obviously he has like really holy blood, and he's he's got the blood of Baldur in him, and that means he can hold the Tearfing, and there's weapons and everything for all of it. It's a whole thing, and Ethlin's got minor blood because it's not all lit up, and Lex doesn't got blood, but Azel's got a little bit of that Vala blood, and Quan's over here has got that Nova blood, so he can wield the lance, which he'll get later actually. Finn doesn't have holy blood, Arden doesn't. No one really does at this point in the game, but since we're talking about console FEs, have you heard the news about Three Houses? There's a genealogy-like mechanic going on. Oh, in what way? I haven't heard that yet. The thing for Three Houses is my hype is at an all-time low. I know I'm gonna play it, so I'm just like, just come out already so I can make my own decisions. The Holy Blood thing as well. The Holy Blood is great. I like it as a mechanic. I think it's a really well done idea. Does anyone else need to talk to anyone, by the way? Lex and Aza want to talk to Sigurd. That's it. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, so for some reason, Brash Bandit, I have no idea why this is. If you type in the three characters FE6, it's apparently a potentially banned word. I never said it. I went into my thing. There's nothing there. There's no banned words. You could maybe not drop an N-bomb. I don't think that happens, and I've hit allow on it so many times, but it never adds it to the thing. How do I add banned word or whatever? I don't know. Work differently. They also announced, okay, let me find the post, but apparently there's a thing going on in the game that's like that Holy Blood. Oh, that's cool. And they also announced that chapters will work differently. That's kind of cool. Yeah, apparently we just don't talk about FE6 in this game. And the blood system would work really well in 6 and 7. You're right. I agree with that. Anyway, sorry. What was I doing? Arden, you can just start working your way ahead. Quan, yeah, just move on. Move along just to make it through. Move along. Sigurd's left, but I'm not going to attack with him yet. It's nothing wrong with what you said saying FE6. It's honestly fine. It's just kind of sad that it's always been this way. Other people have had to put up with it. It's weird. Oh. Slice. Slice. DiMaggio is defeated. No, this ain't right. Leveling up. Come on. Level me up. Level me up already. Sigurd's phase. So we can seize, but I won't seize just yet because we got a lot of time to kill. But Alec, I'm just going to run you all the way back just in case. I don't remember. I don't think anyone's going to spawn behind us, but I'm getting worried that they will. Who needs money? You got a lot of money. You don't have a lot of money. I'm not giving you money. No one really needs the money right now. So who kind of makes the most sense is Ethlin. Should visit that house. Or that village. Does anyone else need heals, by the way? Finn needs it. Noish definitely needs it. So go right there. So Ethlin can get to you. We're going to try more F17. We're going to try to get Arden to class up. I guess that would just be the goal, to get Arden classed up. That'd be fun. What is up with these trees here? Like, I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing there. But that's that there. You guys can just move along just to make it through. Oh, actually, no, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. No. Yeah, don't do it yet. You've beaten this game 7 times. I'm going to need your help. Come out to more streams. Be sure to follow me and all that. We'll seize in a moment. We won't seize yet. This is also why they call it Horse Emblem. Yeah, for sure, Brash Bandit. Be sure to hang out, be a part of the stream. We're going to be streaming a lot more now. I just announced it in today's video on the channel actually because I haven't been able to make a video in a while. But I'm very excited to play this game again, so. Yeah, I hope to see you. I hope to see you come out to a few more streams. We're just gonna have Ethlin go on a bit of a healing spree. Hey, what was that first stat she got? I didn't see. I totally missed it. It's no big deal. Like, she gotta go talk to Sigurd, so. We gotta get Arden all the way up to the front lines anyway, so. Nice. Alec's gonna run all the way back to defend the house. Yeah, but flying units definitely help in this game. You will see. Morif, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I forgot to change the graphic on that one. That's the old badge, but I still like it. So the bridge is going to get put right here where the roads are. So something that's really fun about this game is we can just seize this castle at any point, and it'll start like the next sort of part of this chapter, but we're not there yet, so I don't know. I enjoy this game. But roads add movement, so I think that's nice. That's something from Advance Wars, actually, in the Wars games. Lex, have a nice little chat. It's been a while, huh, Lord Sigurd? Lex, I take it you're here to help as well? See, now what's kind of interesting about this is, like, these guys were on our team and they're having a conversation together now, even though Lex and Azel were at the top half of the map kind of doing their own thing. I just think it adds so much more to the flavor of an RPG that people really don't credit this game enough for. Yeah, Azel dragged me into it. I swear I can't say no to that twerp. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Lex? But what about your father, Lord Langbalt? Does he know you've come here? Oh, hell no. You know as well as I how much my father loathes yours. There's no way he'd ever let me let me help House Chalfie, even if his life depended on it. I had to slip out behind his back. I don't know. I feel like it could. I think there's going to be like phases in that game. That's what it looks like with the whole like, oh, you got to attack with like all your dudes and they stand in a formation or whatever and they run through things. I think that's going to play into like something else. I'm not sure what, but I need to shrink this down just a teensy bit just to make it fit just right. Is that good? Is that perfect? Oh no, I'm just missing one pixel off the top here. That's perfect. Okay, it's perfectly in the middle of that now. Sorry. Got really, yeah. While we do what we can, those verdant dogs have their run out of our land for long enough. I'll still seize soon, not yet. We're not seizing yet. We got more healing to do. Ethan's gonna back up a little bit. I want to get Arden onto these front lines. So he can hopefully gain a lot of levels really quickly. Finn, you're gonna stand like right there. Once the battle starts. Noish, you're gonna go right there. Okay, Lex, work your way back to the battle. I will seize next turn. Not this turn. Noish to stand right there. You gotta heal all the paper cuts, man. Alec, you gotta work your way back. Yeah, you're right there. Perfect. Okay, we can seize next turn. Or this turn, sorry. But we're just going to do some healing first. Just going to finish all this healing. And she's going to visit to get some gold. The master archers of House Youngby all bear descent from the archery god Uller. Our noble Duke Lord Ring has twin daughters as well as a younger son. Alas, the Duke lost one of the girls to pirates years and years ago. She was just a little lass. Lady Adine's still here, but the son, Lord Andre, is away with his lord after on the Isaac campaign. Rumor has it, though, that the two aren't getting along well now that the boy's grown. Drama. And Azel, you're going to back him up, and you guys just stand in a nice little formation like that. Not that it really matters. Time to seize. There it is. Finally seized it.
Sire, there's a young knight collapsed over there.
Oh, that's Madur. Madur, hold on. What happened here?
Lord Sigurd?
Are you alright, Madur? Where's Aideen?
I don't know, but Gandalf's raping her.
Gandalf, that's all I need to hear. Madur, I'll do all I can to rescue you. You stay here and rest up.
I can't, sir. I've got to help. I can't stand staying here knowing those thugs still have her.
He's pretty good. Finally got a new unit here. We seized Youngby Castle. So this is Madur. He's a bow knight. He's got pursuit, which lets you double, and you have a cost, which also might continue battles. So you might get a double and have multiple rounds of combat. He can be really good if you train him up. So we might train him up. Although I don't know why they didn't leave him with damage. I think that would have been nice, because he could heal right here, and you'd sack a turn effectively. Alec, do you want to just go and... Oopsie. You can also go in the castle. Not that I wanted him to do that, but okay, whatever. I mean, FE6 and 7 technically have skills, and the only skill that is like assassins. I think, and 8 definitely has skills. 8 had a few more, because 8 had Pierce and like Sure Shot and the original Pavis. Anyway.
DiMaggio stuffed up how it said Anomaly was worthless. Prince Gandalf's not gonna like this. Put the bridge back up, boys. We ain't gonna blow it down like DiMaggio.
Look at how many dudes. Look at how many dudes. But it was really only the assassins in those games. And then, debatably, the fact that Swordmasters and Berserkers have like an increased crit chance that's kind of hidden. I think that kind of stuff's technically like a skill, but they didn't think of it in the same way. Oh, Arden, come on. That was a 55% hit chance. Why are you getting hit by that? Why are you getting hit by that? No. Yeah, it shows Okaga. His name's right here on the cover in this game. He's the man. Don't worry, he's not a bad guy. His music's just clearly evil. When His Majesty asked me to observe the battle, I hardly expected to see Chalfie struggle so against simple barbarians. Sigurd, so this is all you've amounted to? I hear it in like... As someone who loves this game and would love to see like new music get remixed by like people who make music and stuff, like, I'm always, like, I listen to this shit, and I'm like, Family Jewel 7X, get on this. Because I could just do the drums for that, because it's boom, 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 boom. Like, it's such an easy breakdown. The music in this game is really fire. Is the director for Three Houses the same as 3DS one? I'm not sure who the director is. So here's Arvis over here. Definitely not a bad guy. He's got 60 HP. He's a sage. Level 20. He's capped out. He's got Volve Flame, which is the legendary fire weapon. And he's got a Recover Band, which at the beginning of your turn, you get full health back. He's not going to do any of the fighting for you. But I believe he wants to talk to Sigurd. No, it doesn't actually say. I think he wants to talk to Sigurd, but anyway. Sigurd, come on, running out. I'm going to try to get Madur over here to help with this fight over here on the front lines. Well, you're not going to kill anything, so just go for that fire. And you just keep standing there like that. I don't want you guys doing anything too crazy. Wish we had a hand axe for you. Lex. It would be very useful. So you also see the give gold. Only lovers can do that, and thieves, for some reason. Do you want to go shopping? While we're here in the castle, we can just show you some things. You can class change, only for level 20 or higher. You can depart castle, that's how you leave. You can guard, which we'll do in a minute. But you can also visit the town. So the blacksmith will fix your weapons, which is why the durability in this game plays like a whole different role. There's also an iron sword in here, which... Sorry. Oh, there's nothing in here. Okay, never mind. What am I even doing? Sorry, you can go to the augury. Would you like your fates be read? What would you like revealed? Your romance. Oh, you've yet to find one to capture your heart. Any other mystery? Oh, okay, well, whatever. This is all boring now. So I thought there was something here. Let's guard the castle. So you're going to stand right outside. And now you're guarding it. So much in the same way we fought the boss who was standing right here, we can do the same thing over at ours. I would understand why Echoes has a different one, because it was a remake. So. Oh man, because the original Fire Emblem, that's a game that did not age well at all. Oh well, now nothing's gonna happen this turn. Watch. Because none of the axe dudes can go anywhere, because that archer's standing in the way now. Javelin. Can't believe you did that. Why would you do that? Arvis, what do you want? Oh, sorry. So if you go to Sigurd here, it says Sigurd. Oh, it doesn't even say he wants to talk to Arvis. And whatever, you talk to Arvis. Boom, 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 boom. It's such an easy breakdown. It has been too long, Master Sigurd. Lord Arvis. Lord Arvis, well, why are you... His Majesty is concerned with the crisis here, and he bade me to come and observe. He also entrusted me with this, a gift for you. This is a silver sword, a gift from His Majesty. Oh, what an honor. Lord Arvis, be sure to pass my deepest gratitude for this onto the king. Very well. Incidentally, Sigurd, rumor has it that my brother, Azel, is among your forces. I presume this is true? Sorry about that. It sounded as if you came behind, as if he came behind your back, but I couldn't turn him away. If at all possible, would you mind if he remained with me for a while longer? I see. So long as you keep him safe then. He and I may have different mothers because, you know, infidelity. But Azel is still my only brother. I'd prefer if he remained by my side, but perhaps this is how it must be. I'll entrust Azel to you, Sigurd. Be sure that he learns from this experience. You can leave it to me, Lord Arvis. Once we're done here, I'll do what I can to convince him to go home. It's so good. Good to hear. Now I must return to His Majesty's side in the capital. I'm entrusting this crisis to you, Sigurd. Well, he seemed nice. Echoes was really good. Like, I can't even deny how good Echoes was. Like, it was so good. It's such a good game. Oh, Midir. Midir. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna javelin that guy. Hopefully kill him. Yeah. Give him a bonk. Give him a bonk. Path of Radiance was great. People say Path of Radiance was really great. Echoes is one of the best games in the series, though. Even people who aren't big Fire Emblem fans were saying that. Like, Ant Dude was saying, like, he thinks Echoes is the best. But he's, like, not even a Fire Emblem fan like the rest of us. But he was telling me, it's like, no, I think this game's the best in the series. And that's fine. I could see that from his perspective. From, like, a non-Fire Emblem fan. We gotta get through this game fast, so we're gonna speed up every once in a while. The battle music does get a little dude. No, he's not a big Fire Emblem fan like we are, but everyone who's here, because I know all of y'all are big Fire Emblem fans. Oh yeah, Alex all the way over there. Forgot about that. Oh, you're all gonna pick a. What is it even gonna do? How much damage was it? How much damage was that gonna do? You have a defense of 14. They have attacks of 20. So the axe guys are doing 20. Archers are probably only doing like 3 damage. They don't know where to move. They're like, they're all stuck here. Why didn't they seize before they got in front of the bridge? Yeah, Madur. Oh, he got a second round of combat. Woo! Oh, that might have been a double. Who knows? It could have been either or. And the archers didn't know where to go. Yeah, I'm the Fire Emblem fan. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I played 7 right when it came out. Because I had read it in a Nintendo Power magazine. That's a Nintendo Power magazine that I would love to find. The one that first talked about Fire Emblem. I'm sure it exists. I'm sure it's out there. I don't know what it is or what was on the cover or what it looked like or what issue it was, but whichever one it is, does someone want to do that for me? Have I collected Cypher? I don't mind taking a bit of a break. How long have we been going for? Only an hour and a half? It's not even that bad. Have I been collecting Cypher? Why? How kind of you to ask. I'm trying to set up this mic. This mic stand's garbage. So first, I didn't even put them in good sleeves. I got into Cypher right before I got into Magic, but how do I show these to you? So here's the yellow starter deck. So I have that. Can I show it? Should I show it this way? This is the yellow starter deck. Let me go on big screen. Let me go on the big screen. There we go. So I've got the yellow deck here, which the yellow deck happens to be. Let me just find a character that we have. That'd be a good one. There he is. There's our boy Lex right there. I love the art on these cards. There's our boy Lex. What's the right way to show this so you don't get too much glare? There's our boy Lex. This is Sigurd classed up and hollow and stuff, so he's going to be all shiny and crazy to look at. That's Sigurd there. The art on these cards is so good. Who else do we have? Oh, there's Quan there. Show you the Quan card. Quan in this game, in Cypher, is pretty much considered the Jagan. He doesn't come with a pre-promote. There's Ethlin. They're all in Japanese. I know generally what these cards do. I actually have played with them. And here's Azel. Azel's like all on fire and crazy shit. That's its base card. I love the art on these. Oh, but wait, there's more. Don't worry, I'm not done. I did the yellow one because yellow was Genealogy. And I was playing Genealogy as I was getting into it because my friend was like, oh, we're going to order a bunch of cards. Would you like us to order you some? And I said, sure, I guess. And then I also have the purple deck. The purple deck is 6 and 7. The starter deck is 6, but purple also has Blazing Blade stuff, but that's Roy right there. I totally forget how this deck works. There's Rutger. That's Rutger right there. I don't remember half the names of these characters. There's Lilina. That's Lilina's classed up card. What else do I got? Well, there's regular Lilina. This is a lot cuter. Regular old Lilina. You pulled a card from the starter deck? Oh man. If I knew how to read Japanese, I would definitely have a lot more cards, but I actually have cheat sheets for the starter deck at least. But there's more. I also have this whole binder here. There's my cheat sheets there on the side. These are my cheat sheets where I have it all translated, what the cards do. So it's just like an Excel spreadsheet. Tells me what all the cards do. I do know how to play the game. It's honestly worth it just for the art, though. It's honestly just worth it. So this is a purple deck. You have some of the cards that are already in the starter pack, but I have some other good purple cards. There's Faye up there. Oh, there's my girl. Forget her name. Who's the girl Myrmidon from 6? I can't remember her name right now. I can't read katakana. I used to. I only know what like 2 of them are. There's like... I have a few like full sets. There's Sue. And I have Sue's class up. I like Sue. Fur. That's what it is. It's probably like fear. But I do have Sue. I like Sue. Sue's really good. The purple booster packs also have green in them because every booster pack comes with like 2 colors. Sorry. Yeah, I would say start with a starter pack because a starter deck you could at least look up how to play the deck and you can generally play it. Every color kind of works with some sort of idea. These are the green cards. I don't remember most of these Path of Radiance characters. And Radiant Dawn. There's a bit of everything in here, I think. There's Tabarn. I think that's the dude mercenary. I forget his name already. Is this Griel down here? I think that's Griel down here. Yeah, there's a lot here that I don't even remember. I haven't played those games in so long. And then we do have more genealogy cards because I got that pack too. The cards that came with the starter packs that came with genealogy cards. Told you I like genealogy. My rarest card is probably this Sigurd right here. It's the Sigurd where they just put the art, like his actual art, just on a picture. But I think that's actually a really good card. I think that's one of the child units. I'm not sure who. That's one of the child units. Oh, there's so many characters. Yeah, there's Dew. Dew's got great art. Dew's running away from bandits on... Hang on, I'm going to show you this. Dew's the thief we're going to get in this game. And he's just like a kid. I have a full playset of those. I have 4 of them. So there's Dew. He's your thief, and he's running away from a couple of bandits. That's cute. That's cute. Yeah, buy a deck of the Path of Radiance cards. There's a starter deck for every game. Oh, there was Claude down there. There's Tail 2 and Tail 2's class up. There's Arvis. I have an Arvis card. That's Aaron, probably. More Deirdre, Ethlyn, Aira. Another Aira that's not classed up, but is a higher level. Alec, Quan, Madur. That's probably Adine, actually. Lewin, more Azel, another Sigurd I have, and that, and there's some fins. There's another fin. I have like extra fins. Oh, that's my super rare. This one's super rare because it's like gold. Hang on, I'm going to show you this one. The cards that you put together that make one... Oh, yeah, that's really cool, too, that they do that as well. You'll see, I think Alec, Noish, and Finn, their art all comes together. That's like a really good... I think that's either Sigurd or a Finn, but it's really good. The text is kind of golden. That's probably my rarest card because it's just because it probably looks like that. I could put together the whole art, but don't got a lot of time for that. I do have a Seliph card as well that I've totally skipped over. But that's it. That's all the cards I have. It's not a lot in there. But it is really cool. I do really like that. We'll get back to the game now, though. We were in the middle of playing a game right now. We were in the middle of playing a Fire Emblem. I don't know if you remember that part. Should have put... Yeah, see, if you know all the people, you'd probably be way better at remembering them than I would. I could do a video on Cypher. I actually bought a camera mount so I could mount it to like a pole. And then I would use the thing that I used to hang my green screen on. And I could put the camera on that and then it would point straight down. So I could do that to put it on a table. I could do a video about it and how to play and stuff. I would just have to put together the whole scenario. And it is a lot more work. Because for me, I would get too hung up on like, well, I have to show a game in action. But I know it'd be really boring to like, because you have to trim all the fat from like the conversation and reading how the cards go and whatever. So I'd love to do that, but it'd be really cool. What's up, Smart Pervert BG4? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Great name, by the way. I think I might have told you that before. I'm going to leave Arden right there. I ain't going to get antsy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Genealogy. We're having a grand old time. Did I visited all the villages, right? Yeah. And yeah, okay. And there's no other villages over here? No, we just got a season win. Sweet. Smart. Easier. Well, thanks, Smart. Welcome. That's a pretty smart idea. Good one. Hey, Joe Baby, when are you going to play something good like Fates? Who's ever heard of this game? Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, Joe Baby. I mean, I could definitely be convinced to do a run of Fates at some point. But not right now. Not anytime soon, mind you. Give it enough time. Because the gameplay in Fates is fine. Fates is a game. You can play it. It's just not the best one in the series. It's near the bottom. Oh, I should have had Arden take out this guy. Wee, wow, wow. Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, bap, boop, boop, bap. Fates isn't bad. I mean, it is a little bit, but... Start fighting them, Arden. Fight them up good. And it's just fun to hang out. Like, that's all we're really doing here. Arden, stop getting hit by that. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want you to get hit by it. Oh, I'm not on the... Supposed to be on here if I want to speed it up. You want to clean up the guy you'd already started fighting? Oh, you didn't get another turn after that? Darn. You just wait, and you're going to come down here, and you're going to throw the javelin. Oh, we didn't get the love crit. Oh, and you just missed. That was a 90% hit chance, and you missed that? Guys. Come on. Get your head in the game. I don't need this crap today. I'm sick of your shit. Then you start watching it for the story and characters. I'm into that. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think I could really. I could do it. I could do it. Ooh, you're not doing so good, Mitter. Please get like a speed and maybe a defense. You see that level up? It was his first level up. He got nothing. He got nothing. What a great... I love FE4. It's so good. What a great game. I'm having a grand old time. A weird RNG glitch that happens? Tell me about this weird RNG glitch so I can hope to avoid it. Oh, Arden, you bonked him. You bonked him good, Arden. You got him good. Get it out of here. It's all up here from it here. Good job. Good job. You're gonna get a lot of claps for that. Is that popping the mic really bad by chance? Is that? It is going pretty high up, but it's not capping out the mic, it says, according to OBS at least. You just wait until art class is up. It doesn't refresh the list until a certain point. So if a battle lasts too long, you'll run out of random numbers. Even if you have 100% in growth, you'll get an empty level. Wow, that's weird. That doesn't even work. But I really like that, Vin. I really like how you tried to pull that one off. Is this almost 100% trans? I heard they were still working on it. I'll be playing this on my 3DS far after I beat Shadow Dragon and Path of Radiance. I think this is translated. I mean, I've seen pretty much all of this game, so I've seen a big majority of this game, I should say. 6 minus 9 is 13. You wouldn't actually kill him. Now, if you double any of these people, 19 minus... Yeah, if you double this guy, you'll win, but you'll die trying to do it. So let's... Let's do this. And Jeff is randomly clapping when you come back, and you hope Senpai is laughing at your joke. I am laughing at your joke. It was a sad clap, but it was a clap nonetheless. Oh, Azel needed to still talk to Sigurd. My bad, I hadn't done that. Lord Sigurd, I'm so relieved to see you're unharmed. Azel? Azel of Velthammer, what are you doing here? I was just talking to your brother about it. I already told him you were part of the team. I don't know how I knew. Game's not perfect, but... It's going for something, okay? You can take out that guy with 26. You should be able to take him out. It is what it is. Get it? There it is. I don't know why. I didn't even need to heal him. Oh, good. Okay, good. My impotence has been cured for the evening. We can just tuck back for a second. Just to reduce all the damage that he's about to take. Oh, Alec. How you doing? How you doing, Alec? Alec! Alec's gonna be the new Arden. Yeah, that would have only done like 2 damage. 4 damage. 18 minus 4. Oh, the Vantage. Vantage is activating, guys. Oh, you ain't ready for this. Vantage is happening. I forgot that he had that. I totally forgot he had Vantage. Now he can definitely fight. Oh, leave Azel alone. You got a strength? Because that's the stat you need. Yeah, strength and magic were separate in this game. Can he use swords when he promotes? I totally forgot if he could. It's a battle between 2 metapods. Those are the guys I want to take out anyway. This playthrough is going to be all Arden, man. We're going to use them. We're going to use all of them. School dress code violation. What's up, Kamau? I used to play on the basketball team, okay? I wear tank tops all the time. That's why the only muscle I'm really proud of is like my arms. I'm so skinny in here. I hate it. But my arms are good. I gotta work out tomorrow too. I'm excited. I didn't work out today, and I probably should have, but it's fine. The Canadian... Well, the Canadian dress code, eh? Look at those... I'm flexing really hard. Canadian dress code. We can only wear hockey jerseys all the time. Only hockey jerseys. There's a chance Arden might die here, but it's whatever. I know there's someone on a sex strike dress code. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? I can't. I just... Did you hear that? I don't even know who it was, but like some senator or something said like, no woman ever actually likes sex. And I was like, what? Exactly. How are women going to be able to help themselves? A little modesty, please, man. Come on. Man, women, ever since the invention of yoga pants, I don't think women can get away with any sort of like, you know, men just want to have... You see how nice your ass looks in that shit? God damn. Those things are skin tight. Those things look so good on a lot of women. Where I work, it's right next to a yoga studio. And there are some girls who come in here, and you're just like, huh, okay. Somebody only does legs. That's how you trash both sides of the aisle. It's just the way it'll always be. We'll always argue about these things, and it's such a shame. Men and women, we all want the same thing, really. Everyone likes sex. What's the phrase that they said on H3H3? Something like, I'm getting tired and we're talking about stuff now. What did they say on the H3H3 podcast? Sex is like pizza. When it's good, it's really good. And when it's not good, it's still pretty good. I like that. Hila's looking good. Hila's pregnant and she's like filling out in like a healthy way. It's quite nice because she was always really skinny. Can anyone get... We can block in that archer, which is always fun to do, but we're not going to do that. You can kill either of them, so let's kill that one. Got him. Our Norsh is going to get pretty good. It's such a shame. Well, yeah, and if she wants to support a conservative ideal, that's fine. In reality, that's the only way we're ever going to get past this whole Me Too movement anyway, is if we stop talking about birth control and how great sex is and why we should have it all the time, because that's what we've been doing for the past 50 years as a society. Since the invention of birth control, everyone was like, yo, you mean we can fuck all the time? And that's exactly what they're doing. People were having sex constantly. And don't get me wrong, a lot of men like sex, but... And even if all sides are on board with it, it kind of sullies what the importance of sex is. The problem is that it's being held under this whole... Yeah. See, that's what I don't get. No abortions means no sex. The thing is, right? No matter which side of the debate you're on, pro-life or pro-choice, I think the ultimate situation here is like, I think ultimately you don't want abortions to happen, right? Because they're bad, right? It's not good. You shouldn't want to get pregnant in the hopes of getting an abortion. No abortion happens without a pregnancy happening first. So, ultimately, you want to cut down the amount of abortions to as small of a number as possible because people shouldn't be actively trying to achieve that outcome in life, right? Like, that's dumb. So ultimately, both sides aren't right or wrong. It's true that in situations where they kind of need to happen, okay, maybe they do kind of need to happen. No one's trying to get rid of it. The Roe v. Wade case is still very much being held in court. If you need to have an abortion because your baby's going to kill you, then absolutely you have a right to that abortion. If there was the few instances of rape where it happens, because it's not nearly as widespread as you think. The sad thing about the abortion debates is they always skip over. Yeah, exactly. You should avoid the pregnancy in the first place. We shouldn't even be talking about abortion if every pregnancy happened when you wanted it to, no one would care about abortions. The problem is that there are pregnancies that happen when they shouldn't have happened. And oddly enough, it happened around the same time birth control became a big thing. Because it's true. People started having all this sex, and then a lot of people started having unsafe sex, and a lot of people wanted a way out when they messed up. And if you actually look at the statistics, most abortions are actually done electively. They're not being done for any medical reason. It might be done for personal reasons. It might be like, well, then the guy left and now the husband's not here, blah, 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 whatever. Which admittedly, some would argue the fact that abortions are legal is the same reason why men think they can just leave their pregnant wife and they can be like, yeah, whatever, let her get the abortion. If abortions aren't on the table, you're going to feel a lot more guilty about leaving. Not that there aren't shitty men out there, don't get me wrong, but I think it is on the men to be as most stand up as possible so that they can provide for the woman and that the pregnancy can go as smoothly as possible, because you wouldn't want your wife or mother to be, or your baby mama, as you might call them. You don't want them not being able to provide for your child, right? You're a piece of shit if that's what you believe. But the pregnancy debate skips over the fact that a vast majority of people don't need abortions at all. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's hard to be nuanced these days, man. It's hard to be nuanced. Everyone wants you to be on one side or the other. That's what happens with all these arguments and debates these days. And there are women that get pregnant on purpose to trap guys. It happens. But no, you're not allowed to talk about that. We're not allowed to talk about the abusive relationships where it's the woman abusing the man either. We're not allowed to talk about those things. The statistics might not be in their favor. They still happen, though. Like if I told you that 15% of all domestic abuse was actually woman doing it to the man, people still would be like, oh, well, it's not a problem. It's only 15%. It still happens. It's like FE6. We can't talk about it, but it's still here. That's the problem, right? I hate that the argument for people who are pro-life to be like, oh, you're forcing us to carry these babies. And it's like, you didn't need to get pregnant. No one forced you to get pregnant. And that's the problem, is like we skip over that part. That part gets lost in the conversation so quickly that abortions don't just happen. Okay, now we're just going to grind Arden on the boss here. Besiege. So he's got 32 minus 14. That is 18 damage you're taking. With a chance of miss, and you're only doing 6, but you know what we're going to do anyway. Stripping away. But that's the thing. No one can actually point to any legislation that anyone's tried to write that actually does that. The last bill that was written that was anything that was pro-life was George Bush's, and it was George Bush who put it on the table, was the Born Alive Act. And it's the act that if you're going to get an abortion and the baby survives the abortion, you are legally obligated to keep that baby alive while you can. And it is because there were cases we're getting demonetized, by the way, but, and it is because, there were cases in like Florida where they left the baby on the operating table, and it's not just a joke. Like, it really does happen. So we can't sit here and be like, and what's scary about that is that people voted against that bill. That's all that bill said. The bill didn't say that abortions weren't happening. But they never said, like, the bill doesn't say that abortions doesn't happen. It just says, in the case that the baby survives, there it is, right? But it's just like, that's just the problem, you know? I know, it can't keep happening. Well, I mean, we did, in this chapter alone, oh, we're friends. No, it's cool. You're all cool people, that's why I'm talking about it. If anyone gets really upset, I mean, I don't think I'm saying anything particularly wrong. In fact, if anything, I think the agreement we all need to have is, what if we just said, there's no such thing as abortion anymore, but if you're far enough down your pregnancy, can we do like induced delivery? I'm going to get ID and put the baby up for adoption. I don't know. Is that a faster way out? I don't know. I don't know. I think what's scary about it is that people don't talk about the fact that abortion facilities have quotas to make money every month. They shouldn't be, there shouldn't be a part of them that wants more abortions to happen, because you don't want abortions to happen. Politics shouldn't be an unmentionable subject, but we were raised, a lot of us were raised in the era of,
Oh, you're not allowed to talk about that. You be careful with that one. Oh my god.
yeah, it's only doing 5 damage, and he's doing a lot more to us. You can fight him, right? Yeah, and then I can heal you. It's true, it always seems to happen in the FE streams. We saw Aideen getting raped here, so I mean, you know, doesn't help. This game doesn't shy away from talking about that kind of stuff. I think I've started listening to a certain radio station. Hey, watch it at whatever quality you want. What was I saying? It used to be that politics was never actually like a career. Politics was supposed to be like something you did after your career. That's what you did in retirement, is you went into politics. And it was mainly because you're giving yourself to the world as opposed to working for your own ideals. Because you never got paid a lot in politics. My old landlord is on town council, and he even said, like, we only get paid 50 grand a year, which is more than the minimum wage, sure, but it's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. To only get paid 50 grand a year, that's barely enough to have a house. You would have to be dual income to have a house in my area. So he had a second job on the side. He ran a business at the same time. And you give a lot of respect to a guy who wants to talk about what's best for the town while he's also trying to run his own business. That had nothing to do, like, our town would have nothing to do with what he was doing. He was making, like, deep sea cameras for, like, research and stuff. That's probably, like, he probably works in the industry of, like, he makes 10 cameras a year, but he sells each one for $10,000 or something, right? Who knows? But the fact is, I think that's really cool. So there's going to be a lot of political talks in this game, actually, in reality, just because this game is so tuned for it. This game gets really scandalous. And it's important that we do talk about these things to find the sort of common middle ground. And I think where we need to kind of land as people right now is just kind of understand that, like, the way the system works, it's not something that can just solve all your problems overnight. And on top of that, we have to just think of how would you want that bill to be written? What's the specific plan you want done? And then once that bill is on the table, then we start voting. Well, I don't like that it says this, and I don't like that it says that. And maybe if it said this instead, we need to be talking about things more like that. In the options, there's a setting for autosave every turn. Yeah. I do have it set to that. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not screwing this up. Oh, that's not going to end well. You have to be careful with the autosave, though. Because technically, I've never actually beat this game. Because the autosave will screw you at one point in the last chapter if Julia dies. And I accidentally saved. So it causes problems. Let's just put it that way. That's all that happened to me. It was very bad. You don't have to do it, but I don't mind doing it. Well, we're streaming it, so we're going to experience all of it together, guys. Don't worry about it. And then I'll upload this video to the archive channel tomorrow. He's fine. He's protecting the castle just in case. Well, technically, this is the border into Verdane. Right here. This river is the border. So we're in Verdane right now. He's back in... There he is. Hey, Alec. Alec, how are you doing? He actually is in another country. Here we are. We gotta take this guy down. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, Hey Joe Baby. I'm glad you all came out. I'm glad we're doing pretty good here. I hope more people keep coming out. I haven't been able to make videos in a while, but it's been fun streaming. And I want to beat this game, and now we're gonna beat it on stream, so... This will force me to beat this game, finally. I do want to give the couple shoutouts, actually, before I forget. Mangs is doing a Let's Play of this game right now. He's on Chapter 1. He's a little bit ahead of me. So you can watch that if you want. He's trying to get a max rank run, which apparently if you get a max rank in this game, you get, like, the good ending. I didn't know that. But, yeah, so that's happening. He's doing that. And Chaz Aria LLC is doing a stream of it as well. But he's doing a virgin run, as he calls it. No one's getting married in the first generation. So he has to use all the substitute units in the second half of the game. It's going to be a great stream, I think. It's going to be a great series of streams. And these are the first ones I'm going to upload onto the second channel. Just so we can all tune in and watch it later. I'm not going to use my silver sword yet. Because I don't want to waste it. Oh, you haven't been healed yet, Sigurd. You don't... What happens if you fight? Well, I'll let them fight one of you guys if they want to. There are 3 people named Mangs. Well, the one with the most subscribers. I can imagine sub runs would be kind of fun. Oi, wait a sec. No bows, you coward. That ain't a fair fight. Oh, shut up. Let Lady Aideen go. She's not here, though. Ow. You can't double, though. Oh, guys, don't miss. Here's the thing with Mangs, and something I've learned about Norwegians in general. I find that they are a little abrasive. But they're nice people. Think of it this way. It's like, you know when you call your friend like, shut up, asshole? But you say it to your friend. Oh! Noish! We're waiting for that. We're waiting for crits like that. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock already? Jeez. Oh, yeah, there's parallax scrolling and everything. This game's got a lot going on. I think there is a lot in this game. What a noise crit that was. This is the battle my mage died in. It's a tough fight.
Too bad for you. Killing me ain't going for your dame. Prince Gandalf's already inserted himself into her.
They just don't believe... Let's put it that way. They don't believe in political correctness out in Norway. I have another friend in Norway. This is the victory music. It's the only time we're going to hear it this chapter, so... This music's so good. The drums, as a drummer, the music in this game actually plays like a lot of really progressive beats. It's really good. It actually has like 80s stadium rock vibe. Gast is cool. I'm hoping to meet all these guys at Anime North, actually. They're all going. Gast, Mangs, Chaz, Think Lucky Crit's going, Pavis Productions. It's all in my update video if you've seen it. Sire, we've completed our search of the castle. Lady Adine is nowhere to be found.
Where could she be? Blast, where could she be?
She was most likely taken deeper into Verdane before we arrived. I hope she's not getting raped right now.
Gah, I won't let them get away with this.
They can run, but until they surrender Adine, they won't escape me. Sigurd is kind of just so noble, he just rushes in to his own defeat. Meanwhile, these green guys over here are just gonna... I don't know who they are, but they're charging in. Gast seems like a cool guy, too. He was talking to me about workout stuff, actually. Did he? I'm very... Yeah, Sigurd is kind of like Hector. Tell me more about this Facebook post that was so good Mangs made a video about it. Have you been around the Fire Emblem community that long?
Sire, an envoy from His Majesty is seeking an audience with you.
Sigurd, your performance in this battle was outstanding. His Majesty is highly pleased and has thus proclaimed your ordination as a paladin of the realm.
I hardly deserve such an honor, sir. I pledge my undying fealty to His Majesty. Sorry, I was...
From here it is imperative that you hold Evans. We can ill afford to lose such a valuable defensive point to the enemy. You and your men shall be handsomely paid for your service, provided, of course, that our territory survives unscathed. Best of luck, Lord Sigurd. Granvale expects every man to do his duty.
I don't know if that's an old man voice. That's the voice I came up with in my head. There we go. Prologue took us 28 turns. Birth of a Crusader. We can start the next chapter because I want to get my girl. Sigurd's capture of Evan's castle comes too late. Adine is not there, instead already well within Verdane's borders. Verdane's territory is blanketed in a thick sweep of forests. The nation is widely dubbed a barbarian kingdom by Granvale's people, owing to their constant raids on Granvalian soil, although we didn't see it coming at the same time. However, the reign of King Bator has seen an end to Verdane's infamous border raids. King Bator has long worked to build a lasting peace with Granvale, while also keeping his aggressive sons appeased. Ultimately, however, it was Bator himself who violated the peace he held so dear. Bator's 3 sons have unexpectedly launched an assault on Granvale. Kinbaith, the second son, Lord of Genoa. Gandalf, the eldest, Lord of Marfa, and Jamke, the youngest of the 3. Lurking deep within Verdane territory, the 3 now await the arrival of Sigurd. Adine's fate, Bator's sudden belligerence. Sprawling before Sigurd lie the great forests of Verdane, and within them the answers he seeks. He prepares to take his first steps into the spirit forest of folklore. Lex is Hector on a horse. I can see that. Lexter. That Renault had the stats of a hero, which matched his mercenary background. Oh, I could see that. That's very interesting. You're doing a fine job, soldier. I leave the border's defenses to you.
Yes, my lord.
That's our guy. It's the dude, the blonde hero. Evans. This is what we just captured in the last chapter. Sigurd, it's been a long time. Pray tell, why did you find you suddenly occupy? Pray tell, why do I find you suddenly occupying Evans? You couldn't impossibly be declaring war on Verdane, are you? Eldigan, I'm glad to see you. Listen, the Verdanites have abducted Lady Adine of Youngby. Well, that's cool. Mang seems like a pretty down-to-earth guy. I was watching him and Chaz have a video called, it's called Pair Up. And it's kind of just like a Q&A podcast type thing. And he did one with Chaz. And Chaz had mentions, like, I always seem to attract women who have family issues. And Mangs was like, me too, man. And I was watching it, and I'm like, me three, guys. So I'm excited to meet them. They seem very much... Us Fire Emblem guys, we really are all very similar. Well, I mean, like, some of us seem to be. They've made it amply clear that they don't plan on releasing her. Taking her back by force is our only option. Ah, I see. Well, that makes sense. Well, whatever you do, you cannot afford to leave Evans unattended. My fellow Augustrian lords have been a rancorous sort of late. Ah, I know. I'll ensure they don't threaten you from behind. I'm sorry to involve you in this as well. Say, Eldigan, once I'm done here, what do you say to a catch-up? You, me, a fine bottle of wine, just like old times. I look forward to it. I trust I'll see you later then. May luck be with you this day, Sigurd. Off goes Eldigan. What a great man. Interesting. Yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself now.
Listen up, Ava. You know the deal. While I'm out, you guard the palace right up to your very last breath. Remember, first sign of funny business, and it's the brat's head.
Ara, I'll be alright. Don't give in to those thugs. Don't let them boss you around.
Shannon. Look, Kinbaith, you have my word. So long as you leave Shannon alone, you'll have no trouble. But I do wonder, once this battle is over, you actually plan to return him to me.
You got nothing to worry about. If we get Evans back, you get him back.
I understand, but be warned, Kinbaith, if you break your promise, you'll deeply regret it. Cross me and I will pursue you to the very depths of the inferno itself, till I take your head. Remember this well. You should get him to sign it, that'd be funny.
Whoa, settle down there. I don't believe it's such a cute face, but you only use it to spew bile like that. I'm not about to make an enemy out of somebody with a sword arm as fine as yours, I can promise you that.
I don't know, that's the voice I've decided to give him. Shannon, sit tight. Be patient for just a bit longer.
Ara, no, don't do it. Don't go. Ara!
That's her kid. She's the single mom.
Alright, boys, we're moving out. We're taking back Evans.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 dudes. 13, 14, 15 dudes. Plus the 2 from before. 6, 17 dudes. Sigurd's phase. Here we go. Such a good beat. It's so good. Did you hear that little... Wait. The music in this game is so good. When you come into a castle, it just gets just slightly quieter. I mean, a lot of the games have autosave like within the turn. Hang on. So I gotta get my next thing up. Not that it really matters actually, because I don't know if we'll actually go through a lot of this turn. Whoa, where are you going? Whoa, what happened to this website? This website just decided to kill itself. You know when the raw HTML just falls apart? Oh my goodness, what am I looking at? What was that? Whoa, what happened? Did the fandom website just like die? We can do this instead, but this website's a bit better. That's crazy. Okay, sorry about that. That was weird. So we gotta go through the entire Verdane province. Just trying to make sure I do this alright. So Quan can talk to Finn. Aideen can talk to Ethlin, which is important. Sigurd will talk to Aira after conquering Genoa. So we have to conquer Genoa first and then do it. Sorry, I had to read that. Wow, Tearing Saga had a save staff? Tearing Saga was the last, well, it was the game that Shozo Kaga started making after he left Fire Emblem. And Berwick Saga? Wow, I have to play those games. See, that's the problem. Anyway, so first things first. At the beginning of every chapter, you might have noticed we didn't have like a prep screen or anything, Because everyone's waiting here in the castle. Now we can just tell them to depart and then they can just go off and do their own thing. But we don't want to do that yet. What we want to do instead is we want to come into here. We want to visit the town. So here's the town. You can go to the blacksmith. You can fix up all your weapons if you have to. We'll just fix up this steel sword right now. Might as well. Valkyria Chronicles. Yeah, I have played it. A little bit of the first one. I do want to play it. Yeah. Yeah, I know Tearing Saga would feel right at home. Pawnbrokers where you can sell items into the pawnbroker and then other people can buy them out. But you can also come to the armory where there are stuff for sale. So there's like, I'm going to buy a javelin for Sigurd, and that's it. That's the only thing I want him to buy out of here. But then he's going to take on the arena. This is the arena. Pick a weapon and take it with you. We're going to use our silver sword so we can just stomp face with it. So Gazak, a fighter with an axe. We probably don't need to use our good stuff for this fight, so. And we get to do these. We're going to start like every chapter doing all of this because it's literally free experience. So unlike other arenas, it's not infinite. It's actually just 7 battles, and it's the same 7 battles every time. But if you go unequipped, you could fight all these people. So Clotor, the mage, we could probably fight him with a steel sword. It does look good. I felt like the gameplay kind of doesn't really feel like quite a hybrid of combat and strategy, but it does do a pretty good job of feeling like a little bit more open compared to like what's the game I'm thinking of? XCOM. Sadly, no arena doesn't count for weapon kills. What do you mean? Doesn't count for weapon kills? Oh, right, because your weapons give you kills. Oh, well then no, yeah, I don't think they do. A Lance Knight, so we're going to switch weapons here. We're going to go over to our Iron Lance instead. Just so we have the weapon triangle in our favor. The nice thing about the arena, though, is that you get healed after every battle. And this also doesn't use up your first turn. You can do all of this and then depart. Oh, that was a good level up. Well, what happens when you get 50 kills with a weapon? Does that do something? I forget if that does. Oh, he's doubling up. You notice how, like, Sigurd, like, takes a step back before he attacks? Like, there's a lot in the arena that you'll notice about how deep the combat can be. I'm vibrating. Who's texting me? Oh, it's just streaming. Day 9 is streaming. Feel like fighting another round? Yeah, here's rank 5. This guy's got an axe, so we're going to switch over to our silver sword. Once you hit 50, every kill after gives you a 1% critical bonus. Oh, well, that's just 1%. It's still crazy, though. That's still cool. Jumping into combat. Dodge. Slice. He's only got a 17% hit chance. Dodge. Slice. Nice fighting, mate. Here's your reward. 3,000. And then you just get money from doing this, too. Rank 6. A wind mage with a speed ring. We're just going to keep fighting with our silver sword. Oh, he's fast. Whew, he's fast. Oh, that's a 2-hitter, though. Oh, you don't got hits. He had a 51%, so I mean, it was a coin flip every attack. But that speed wing meant he was gonna attack twice every round of combat. Oh, a defense and a skill's not bad. Nice fighting, mate. Here's your reward. Feel like fighting another round? This is Voza rank 7. Best of luck. So he's got a steel blade. He's a general. Just gonna go in with our Iron Lance. Oh, Sigurd's busted. Sigurd is the actual Jagan in this game. The max level is 30, though. Whoa, those dodges. Oh, he's got a 31 dodge, so 31% hit chance. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh, man. You're not going to get any hits on that? No? Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, he honestly could solo every map. If you were to do a virgin run, you could just use Sigurd for all of it. Quite the fighter, aren't you? You cleared out the whole arena. Here's your reward. And that's it. And then before we leave, we're just going to repair all our old weapons. Because we can do that. We've made more than enough money to do that. Oh, I like that Chaz called it that. I thought it was the perfect name for what we're doing here. Sigurd can just charge in. He's probably holding his lance out still, isn't he? No. Oh, yeah, he is. He's still equipped with the lance. As you can see, lots of trees here. It's the Verdane province. And remember when you saw that overview and there's that big, like, ocean? It's right here. It's the exact same ocean. I love the music on this chapter. So let's have Arden visit town. We're gonna take turns. Everyone's got to go through it. You don't need a slim sword. That's not something you need. Just go to the arena. This is the arena. Take that iron sword and start fighting. We're gonna speed some of these up now. Yeah, Arden. This one's going to be a bit harder. Whoa, that was a good dodge. Good job, Arden. You got a strength? Oh, you're going to smack everyone now, aren't you? So this is where it gets hard, because now I can't switch his weapon, because... Oh, but you got defense. You got defense. Arden! Arden, you start hitting him. Arden! Oh, that was a close one. That was a close one. Next guy's also got a sword. But you probably have enough defense to probably survive. Start dodging, please. Dodge! Arden! Oh, that wound ain't pretty. Doesn't kill you, though. So, usually I just give up on that. After that. We're going to use Ethlin next, who already has a slim sword. Come on, Ethlin. Come on. She got a crit on that last one, too. Oh, yeah, and the calendar system. That's going to be cool. You can probably fight this. You probably have the resistance. I'm not going anymore with Ethlin after that, though. And that's all you have, a slim sword and a heal, right? And there's nothing else here? Yeah, there's nothing else here for you. So that's all we're doing in here. But you're not gonna... You're actually going to staff first, because you can staff while you're in here, and you're just going to heal up Arden. And Arden, you're going to depart, because Alex the new Arden. Remember that. Don't forget that. Now, you'll notice, like, this is what's cool about this game. Do you remember all this side of the map over here? Even all the way up here? Do you remember that? That was all from the last map, and we're just here again, looking at it again. It's a little bit darker. It's later in the day, or something. But, yeah, the maps are connected. And I think that was a very nice thing that they did. Next, let's do Noish. Visit town. What are you holding right now, by the way? Just a steel sword and a speed ring. That's all you got. So that means you do need to buy that iron lance. You're going to buy that iron lance. Because you need an iron lance. Then do the arena. Here's the arena. Fight. Take your steel sword. Like I said, we're going to speed up a lot of these. I'm doing Noish and Aera, so I do want them to hang out. I have to plan out all my next pairings, because we're going to start getting more women in upcoming chapters. Can you stop missing Noish? What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Oh my goodness, that was bad. That was a very sad fight you just had there. You don't. He doesn't need to have good stats to marry Aira, but you know you would hope he does. Don't really care about Alec doing the thing, to be honest. But Azel's got to do this because Azel's going to get a lot of experience. Oh, exactly. It feels like we are preparing for battle. There's so much more to this. And the fact that, like, Ethlyn, for example, had to stay back and heal, and she sacrificed her first turn like that. Like, she's going to be a few turns behind. That was a good level up. But that's kind of what's beautiful about it. You just keep fighting. Azel's going to be fine. Azel's going to be fine. Oh, that second miss. You dodged 75% hit chance. Just keep going. Just keep going. Nope. Okay. I should have figured that one was going to happen. Fix up that fire before you leave. You can do the arena from any of the castles, actually, so we're going to do that, too. So we'll leave these guys here for another turn. I don't really want to train Quan, because I don't care. I want Finn to marry somebody, because I never get Finn to marry anyone. He can't buy anything here, right? Yeah, because he can only use lances. You can always fight the first guy, though. Finn, you came really close on that one. You nearly lost that one. Finn Lachesis is interesting. Because Lachesis gives you what? Beowulf, which would be good. Would pass down some good stuff. And who's her other kid? I can't remember any of the kids. Because I'm so used to playing the first half of this game. Delmond and... Oh, yeah. Oh, Nana would make sense. Nana makes sense to have Miracle. Delmund is... He's just a cavalier? No, Delmund is the next Beowulf. He's the brave knight. It's just weird because Finn wouldn't pass anything down to them. Sword cavalier, yeah. Finn doesn't pass anything down to him, though. Is there something we would want? Is there even people... Well, Lachesis passes down swords. Right? Does Lachesis pass down her swords to Delmund? I'm not sure. I gotta remember how this whole game works. It's just one of the canon options for her. Fair enough. I'll look over it before the next stream, which will probably be... Sunday. Sunday and Monday we'll stream. Even though Nana can't use the swords. Because Nana is just a healer. Right? I don't think she would... You can't pass something if they can't wield it, as silly as that is. But can she? When she classes up. Oh, because I keep getting Nana and Lana mixed up. I'm just... jeez. It's been a while. I'm not going to do that fight, because there's no way you're winning that one. The level 13 axe guy, you're not winning that. Sorry, and Lana is Adine's kid. I'm getting all the parents. That's what's weird about this game, that I get so mixed up with everything. And in reality, there's not that many characters. But the fact that there's like a whole second generation, there's a lot to it. Alec, you are going... You know what? You can do the battle if you want. Go to the arena. You can do the arenas if you want. Alec, come on. The pairings are quite specific, actually. You get the same kids no matter what. It's just whoever the father is generally passes down better stuff. That's what your hope is, anyway. You want your father to pass down stuff that helps the kids the best. And some pairings are very easy to get compared to others. Lewin and Aaron can literally get married even if they've never talked to each other. Just right at the beginning of Chapter 4, you could just make them marry. If you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend that, but you could. Yeah, that's all you're doing. Oh, you should fix your weapon first, sorry. They're gonna guard castle. Midir can do the fighting. Yeah, some are implied. Some are very implied to be canon. Again, Lewin and Aaron. Next guy was the mage, so Midir can fight that. Ooh. And we can fight that. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Come on, Midir. Midir. No! That was a bad miss, Midir. That was a bad miss. That was not the time to make a miss like that. I think you could depart and you'll be okay. As long as you just keep your distance. How far could this guy move? Yeah, perfect. Stand right next to Arden. I'm okay with keeping the damage on. They still haven't shown waifu stuff for 3 houses. Do you think they might have taken it out? It's just strange that they didn't. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get rid of it either. I think it's going to be there. I'm just glad that I'm sorry, not supply. Also, there's Anna, by the way. I didn't mention this. Anna's in the supply. There she is. She's in every Fire Emblem game. Remember that. But yeah, as long as Belith isn't like our main, isn't us, and isn't the character we create, I'm okay with waifu stuff. I liked it in Awakening. It wasn't bad. The fact that Lex can't double makes the arena a lot harder for him. Oh, you can fight that for sure. Lex is going to have a hard time with the next one. But that Paragon helps a lot. You got a speed and a defense? Oh, you might be able to fight this next guy then. Change your equipment. Oh, they have the same weight. Okay, sorry. So just do the fight. You'll probably lose this. Yeah, you will. I was going to hold B, but then I didn't have time. Okay, I'll leave Lex back. Oh. And Finn and Quan can talk, which you could check. Actually, if you go in here and you go into here, it says, hey, look, he wants to talk to Finn. Just reminds you. Quan wants to talk to Finn really quick. I wonder why Quinn won. I wonder why. How do I get out of here? Let me out. Oh, goodness. Yeah. It's like the weapon type is its weight, too. Finn, this will likely be a very long battle. My apologies for bringing you into it. I am but your humble servant, my lord. I will go anywhere should my master will it. Thank you, Finn. Even so, I am but a page. It honors me to have your confidence, but I doubt I'll be much use to you. Is that so? In that case, what better time than now than there is for a spots of hand-on training? Draw, Finn. Yes, sir. And after that training, Finn got a strength, a skill, and a defense. The 3 best offensive stats. I'm going to leave some of these guys back to just get a bit of a heal from that. We're not going to go too far. We'll try to capture Genoa. Now, you know how they're barbarians, right? So in my mind, I hear the snapping music is kind of more of like a... I feel the snapping in the music is more like them being like some real like Brooklyn, like, hey, you come in the wrong part of town. Oh, I'm gonna take him down. Or like old school like mobster sort of thing, you know what I mean? It's a really... Come on, Aideen, take the brat and get out of here quickly. You need to get as far away as you can before Gandalf finds out. Pardon me, Jamkey, but are you not joining us? No, I won't stand for my brother's vile ways, but I just won't betray my father either. I'm going back to the capital. I'm going to try one more time to convince my father. You're right. We must do all we can to end this war as soon as possible. Prince Jamke, I would sooner not...
Prince Jamke, I would sooner not burden you alone, but you are our only hope to persuade King Batur to end this. Aideen, come on, hurry up. We're still in serious danger here. If they catch me this time, then Gandalf will rip my tongue out for sure.
Dude, you're a thief. You got caught in the act. Any tongue rippings you get are your own fault. If Aideen hadn't insisted on letting you go too, you'd still be sitting in chains. Now, what did you promise to do?
I know. I promised Aideen too.
I'm washing my hands of thieving from now on. Can I go now? I'll take your word for it. Now go already. I hope it's good. This game just deserves a remake. Aideen. Maybe meet again. Because everyone has a thing for Aideen. So Aideen and them got away. Yeah, I hope they do it under... That's as I called it. Echoes. The family of Yggdrasil. The bloodlines of Yggdrasil. Something like that. What? Jamke let the broad go and went scurrying back to the capital? God damn my rat of a brother. I forgot I can earthquake the camera if I wanted to. Hang on. Oh, you can't even really see it. There it is. That's a shake. We're taking the wench and the brat back. If they put up a fight, kill them if you have to. So now Marfa's sending out their dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, this is another 10, 20 dudes. 4 and 5 echoes. 6 and 7 echoes. What would the 6 and 7 echoes be? Protectors of Elib, I guess. Oh, you know what would be better? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to reset that. We're going to reset that. So I just made a save anyway. That's right. This is a better move I should make here. I'm going to move you this way. Well, wait. Where can you go? Man, why do I got to... You go right there. And you go visit here. I want you to have the money. King Batter is as gentle as they come, normally at least leading a war like this. The last thing he'd ever do. Mark my words, this is all the doing of Sandima, his sorceress advisor. I can just feel it. Eking out a living here's grown tougher and tougher since the day that man arrived. And save for the youngest son, Jamke, both king and country are at his every whim. Please, I beg you, save our country. Bring back the Verdane that once was. Flaming sword? I mean, yeah, they could have just... Fire Emblem Echoes, the Sword of Seals. It would work. I'd play it. Oh, actually, no. You want to heal some of the people in the castle. Sorry. Oopsie. Heal. Because these guys only got very little healing. Nah. Nah, everyone out. Everyone out. Everyone out. Fire Emblem Echoes, the Blazing Blade. It'd sell really well in Canada, I'll tell you that much. Smoke weed every day. HP, strength, skill. That's not bad. Those are the stats you're going to get. I can't complain. I can't complain about a level up like that, let me tell you. Sigurd, I want to charge you in. I really do, but you're just gonna kick so much ass. There won't be any ass left. And I don't want you to do that. Fire Emblem Echoes, Zephiel and his weird love for dragons. And Nurgle and his weird love for dragons. His very weird love for dragons. His actual love for dragons. His lust for dragons. Trying to think, like, dragons lust for dragons, something like that might be a decent name for like a game. Come on, Noish, your wife is waiting. Wanting some of that dragon booty. I might do Adine and Azel. Lex has to marry somebody, because Lex has to. It's so good. The snaps are... That song slaps. I think that's in right now. I think the kids are saying that. Lex hits tail 2. That's a fun... Oh, that would be good. That would be really good. Because the Paragon would let him level up so fast. Especially since one of her kids you get really late. One of the kids you get really late. I forget which one it is. Wrath and Vantage. Oh, yeah, that is the one. That's the one you want. Yeah, let's do that. I'll make a whole list and I'll write it all down. Sigurd don't care. Sigurd don't care. Yeah, we can do that. Lex and Tail 2. 100% crits. Yeah. Yeah, their magic does get crap. But you have Paragons, so I mean, you get all the level ups for all your other stats. Finn, I swear to God. Finn, I need you to not die. Finn. Oh! Oh, Finn! Finn, the hero we've all needed. Finn. Oh my goodness. Whoo, boy. Oh, man. Oh. Finn, you did it. I'm proud of you. Quan's pretty good. Quan does all the hard work. Such a good theme. Doesn't play nearly enough. Oh, because Marfa and Genoa both have their own phase. That's weird. I had to speed it up because I was getting bored. 7183 Ryan is now following. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome. I'm just going to back up into here. And Dude's going to stand right next to Aideen. I don't want them to get married, but they're going to take a while until they get married anyway. So we didn't tell you our new people. So we got Do, the thief. When a thief does damage to someone, that's when their steel activates. He also has soul. So he doesn't really benefit from soul himself unless you class him up, which would be fun to do. If we class him up and he starts fighting, his soul might matter. But that's only for this generation. But passing down soul is very good. It's a very good skill. And it's a chance. It's exactly like in the newer games where soul happens. He also has bargain, which he does pass down to his kids. He just gets a discount at stores. It's pretty badass. And you steal all the gold they're holding, and you'll actually notice that all enemies are holding just a little bit of gold. This guy's got 1,000. They all have 1,000, but if you go to like the commanders here, like this guy, Gandalf here is holding 3,000 for some reason, and over here he's holding 3,000, although he's just a commander. He doesn't even have a name. Whatever. Don't worry, we got Arden. Here he is. Here he comes. Got him. You got him. You get Holin in the first map. In the map you get him, because that's next chapter, right? Because we would have already had Holin because we beat the arena already. Boo, ba-da-doo, ba-da-doo, doo, doo, da, da, ba-da-da, da-da-da. Oh wait, does he have 1 health? No, he doesn't. He has like a lot of health. That's the guy I want to take out, though. I want that guy to get taken out. We can run you right behind him like that. Will you double if you do this? I don't think you'll be fast enough. Yeah, I didn't think so. But we can finish that off, hopefully. Because I want to body block as many of these guys as possible, but I don't know if we can even do enough. Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying. This game's got all of it, man. Well, that guy's got 2 HP, so I'm not really worried about that. Madur can do this, though. That's not bad. It's exactly enough to kill that guy, and you get a level up, and how good is your level up? Oh, that was a good one. Now we gotta take out all these guys, and we gotta get a heal off. And if we can get the heal off on Finn, that wouldn't be bad. Or we could do it on Noish. Because these guys all got axes, right? Those guys all have axes. What are their odds of hitting, really? Like, let's take a look at this fight right here. What would happen in this fight? Oh, don't use that. Use your steel sword. See, they only got a 26% chance of hitting. I'm worried about Finn either way. But if we keep our front lines small... Let's just get this heal off. Ethlyn, can you... You can go stand right there. As silly as that's going to seem, we will be able to protect her, though. And you just go right there just to... Oh, well, they all have hand axes. Well, my bad. Finn, run around like that, though. Just to keep yourself safe. Run off into that tree. Yeah, I figured any of the other trees he wouldn't have been safe. What's your range? Yeah, you could go right next to Arden. Is anyone in there? No one's in here. It's just Alec. Okay. Alec's gonna stay back there. Don't worry. And although it seems mean, although it does seem mean to leave Alec there, you would have just left Arden there anyway, so. Because that's what Arden's good for. Oh, Midir, you're gonna be a dodge boy. I need you to be dodge boy. No, we're not even on the other side of the country. You wait until we get on the other side of the river. Woo, you ain't getting that one. Because we have to get on the other side of the ocean first. Once we get to Marfa, you'll see. You ain't hitting that. You ain't gonna hit that. Oh, they're all coming in with their hand axes. They're out for blood. 37. No, Madur. That's our first reset. That's our first reset after a really good level up like that. Luckily, we save in between every turn, so. So we're right back to where we started. We are in a pretty crappy predicament. We can take this slow, though. I don't know why I'm trying to take it as fast as possible. We don't have to take this fast. I just want to get Aira. I just really want to get my girl Aira. Finn, you just have this knack of not killing things. You still got a good level up. There we go. And we're good. Now you run into these trees this time. That way, if they do want to pick a fight with you, they still can. But they're not going to do nearly as much damage to you as they did last time. Quan, you're gonna, or Ethlin's gonna go there. Quan's gonna stand here. Fight him with whatever. Hey, love crits. Marriage. The power of marriage. The critical hit animations need a lot of work in this game. All he did was spin around his little, he just twirled around his little thing. Noish, what's your level up? You get a good one? That's a good level up, yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, so Nordian's all the way up here. That's in Augustria, actually. What's weird about this is there's a line here. This is Augustria. And you can see, because it's a cross knight right here. You can check him. Let me check him. What button do I press to check him? Where is he? He's all the way over here. Hang on. What button do I press again? What button? My finger's in the wrong spot? There it is. My finger's in the wrong spot. He's affiliated with Nordian. Nordian is part of Augustria, which is all the way up here. Meanwhile, we're in Verdane all the way down here. Once we get down to Marfa, which is here, and then this is the Spirit Forest right here. It's just all trees on my screen. And that's the opposite corner to the river, to the giant lake that we're in. Norian? No, Nordian. Nordian. Get it right. I'm glad it's not Norian. Norian scum? Alright, these guys still gotta move. I forgot about them. Nodian? Yeah. Well, because it's usually because it's like a direct translation. Oh, leave Ethelyn alone. Ethelyn don't deserve that. So I figured they would still go for Madur there. We're just going to speed up their enemy turn. No. No. What's with you? All of you got hand axes? Get out of here. Pointing your little stick at me. That's precious. That is. It's precious. That is. I'll give your head right in. Well, let's go try. You're not going to hit him. He's a thief. Haha, I'm taking your money. 1,000 gold obtained. Now they're all going to line up to fight you. Well, that's my point. I'm hoping we can just lock them down there. And hopefully Adine can sneak out this way. Hopefully. Notice how there's like trees around the edges here because you're fighting out of a forest? It's just like, well, that's how they decided to convey that. You'll see it here. So there's like nice little trees in the corner. That's because we're fighting in trees. I don't know. There it is. Noisha's getting pretty good damage though. Slice. No. Oh, never mind. I take it all back. Noish sucks. The boss needs to be defeated. Slice. Ow! That was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. I wanted Azel to get in on the boss, actually, to be honest. Can Finn get here? Can Finn take out this guy? 22 minus 8 is not enough. The little drum roll is hilarious. Oh, come on, Finn. Come on, Finn. We can't be having that every day. Can't be having plays like that. Come on. The arranged version of all the music in this game is great. You hear the one for chapter 10 in or it's the final chapter in the arranged album. The arranged album is amazing. The recruitment theme from this game is in there. There's a lot that's from this game in there, and it's all good. It's all magical. I might buy a physical copy of that, to be honest. Just because I could listen to it in my car. I like actually having physical CDs. So we're gonna do the attack and retreat strategy here. Doors of Destiny. Oh man, there's gonna be so much good music. You about the Thracia soundtrack? Man, that must have been good. That would make me happy. I have the only game CD that I have is I have the Pokemon. I have Pokemon Reorchestrated, which was done by Braxton Burks. I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid of me. What am I doing? I didn't think any of that through. Okay, do this first. And I also have the Skies of Arcadia CD. And that's the actual, like, game soundtrack. And that's really good. I really enjoy that. Oh, there's one-shots this guy. Skies of Arcadia is so good, dude. I've bought that game like 3 times. Because I've given away 2 copies. There's a special edition of Skies of Arcadia? I don't know that. If you're gonna do that, you gotta be standing in a way better spot. And I don't think I can even risk that, actually, now that I think about it. It's a cool game. The setting is great. Oh, nice. You got a cost turn there. That was good. We're just gonna pack into a little protective bubble here. Because we don't need to go fast. I don't know why I keep trying to go fast. Well, that soul was amazing. Good job. That was a soul activation. Didn't really matter, but it's one of my favorite games of all time. Skies of Arcadia is. Oh, leave Noish alone. Oh, that was a dodge. That's the dodge we needed. Give him one more. Okay, that's fine. When I bought my copy, I wanted it in box. Skies of Arcadia is a great game. I've beaten it like 4 or 5 times now. It's actually fairly short for an RPG. We'll just keep doing that. I don't care. It locks him down. I'm not letting him get away, though. You kidding me? I ain't letting this guy get away. Oh, a stream of Skies of Arcadia. I've tried it. That game takes a long time, dude. It takes a long time to play that game. Sigurd, you gonna die? Sigurd, you alright, man? You alright there, bud? 33 minus 13 is only 20, but if you double... You actually don't die to the counterattack. We're just gonna go balls out now. Haha! No! No, Kinbait is dead. And you get a hand axe, which we can't use as you, but we can try to hand one off. We'll have to use the pawnbroker now, but we can do that. I don't mind that. I don't mind using the pawnbroker. Hey, Arden. Arden, look. You get another kill. Yeah, but Skies of Arcadia is different. I could. I totally could. And Skies of Arcadia is short for an RPG too. It's like 40 hours on your average. Like, I can probably beat that game in like 20, maybe 30, especially on a good day. Madur, do you want to work your way over to the place of healing? I'm thinking about the capital punishment. Yeah. Skies of Arcadia, the speedrun for that game only takes 10 hours. But it's still a lot, so. Azel's got to talk to Aideen when we get there. Or Ethlyn's got to talk to Aideen when we get there. We'll get all our heals done when we get a moment. Don't worry. I really do like Skies of Arcadia, though. It's a good game. It's just like there's not a lot to it, and the battles take a long time. Trust me, you'll understand. Especially since the early parts of the game is like where the majority of the story is. I don't know. It's a great game. It's just hard to sell on people. But I'll always remember there was one Christmas where, and you know when you're in high school, you get like at least a week off before Christmas. Sometimes there was one of those times where it lined up. Christmas was on a Thursday, so it's like you're off from the Friday all the way up till like Thursday, something like that. So during that time, I had asked for a few new games, but I wanted to play something while I waited, because your anticipation is just like, oh. What's the trolley car conundrum? But yeah, so I was like, so I decided to start playing Skies of Arcadia again, and I just kept playing it, and I remembered everything in the game. I remembered everywhere I was going, and it was just a lot of fun to go back and play it, right? So then I was like, you know what? If this game is so much fun, and I'm enjoying it as much as I am, this must be one of my favorite games. And I just kind of like decided this is probably my favorite video game because I was replaying it. Oh, it's the trolley car is like, do you kill 5? Do you kill 1? What's the answer? The answer is that there is no answer. It's kind of like, it's more of an allegory on life, you know? It's hard to make decisions without it affecting somebody. They just take it to the extreme of, it could also just be the end of somebody's life, but I mean... Like, the answer could be, well, I mean, you go for the... It does measure. What's the other measurement? The measurement is, do people even want to answer? Would people even act at all, given the opportunity? That's what, if you watch Vsauce, they actually did a video on it. Guilt by omission. Do you mean like the guilt of not acting, or the guilt of? I'm sorry. I'd have to reread that to understand how that sentence makes sense in my mind. The guilt of not acting. Yeah, yeah, okay. I did read it right. That's how I would have read that. Midur, you're gonna grab money because you're gonna pay to get healed this turn. So you just. Some of them are gonna die eventually. Aiden's safe right now. So we'll try to get down there as fast as we can. But I do want to capture Genoa. I'm trying to get the attention of these guys. You should watch, it's one of the free episodes of Mindfield. It's Vsauce's sort of show where they do stuff like that. They tried to recreate the Stanford experiments in a much less violent way. Because if the Stanford experiments were just supposed to see if people being put in a situation of maybe they should act badly and rudely to somebody else, would they? And generally people didn't. So they did it through like a whole different thing of like, let's put together a puzzle in the dark and you can't see what you're doing. The point isn't the puzzle, but they say, oh, but you're against this other team in another room and they're allowed to buzz you and make this really loud, annoying noise. But you can send them a noise too if you want. But none of them ever thought like, oh, well, let's send them a noise and try to distract them. They never thought of doing that. They would get buzzed first, and then they would be like, well, I guess we'll try to buzz them back. They buzzed us, so I mean. It didn't make any sense. I don't think they did a good job of comparing that to the Stanford experiments. So it's finally time. Woe be to all who cross me. Oh god, she's mad. It's Aira. It's Aira. You were thinking about the conversation we had earlier. It's dangerous. We weren't talking about the lightest of subjects. And you have people that are in favor of having the government enforce restrictions on people choosing to preserve their bodily autonomy for the sake of saving a life. It's true. The discussion is body autonomy. I believe what Donald Trump is trying to write is that you can't have elective abortion if the baby is seen to have a heart. If the baby has a pulse, it's alive. Right? Because that was where the debate was about abortion beforehand, was when is it a life? Because although we can call it bodily autonomy, the idea of like, well, I'm allowed to do what I want. I'm allowed to kill the thing that's inside of me, which is a fair argument in reality. But at the same time, it's kind of like, but we also agreed that killing is wrong. So at what point do we go, yeah, but you're killing something. Yeah, see, that's the problem. We have to find the balance. We have to find the balance. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that we should be trying them. If you have a libertarian mindset, you just kind of go, well, this state allows it and this state doesn't. But at the same time, it'll just make a state known to be known as the abortion state. You know what I mean? It's kind of not really a win-win. We got to figure out how... Arden, you got to get down here, man. We need you. We're going to need to get in front of Aira, and that'll be Claude's job. Or Claude Quan, my bad. Yeah, but I mean, look at states like Colorado, all the green states where weed's legal. Those states are just like known for being like, yo, let's smoke weed in Colorado, like, because that's what you can do there. But it is the libertarian mindset to let those states decide for themselves. Even gay sex was still a libertarian issue. It's getting close. I don't know if we can finish that off, though. Could we have finished it off? If we could have finished it off, We'll just check. We'll just check here. That's risky. 29 minus 13 is 16, so you would kill him, but you have a 40% chance of hitting. So you probably won't hit and you will die. So you're going to wait, and then we're going to have Finn stand right here. We're going to have Ethelyn heal him first. I don't know who this axe guy is going to fight. He's going to fight somebody and kill somebody probably, but we're going to put Finn right here just to block Aira. Don't attack her, though. So we don't want to attack her. Remember, she's only fighting because her kid's been kidnapped and being forced to fight against... She's kind of being forced to fight against her will. People who do not become organ donors or are refusing to become organ donors are likely indirectly leading to someone dying from lack of transplant, because many people die before they're able to get transplants because they're on the list. But no one is saying that a doctor can impose their own judgment and harvest a patient's organs because they know they can prevent someone's death with it. It's totally true. It's totally true. And that's kind of the problem, right? Part of the issue is that we're discussing situations where people wouldn't act with scientific judgment. People would act with personal bias. Oh yeah, deceased patient. Yeah. Yeah, if someone has no need for it, you have to ask the question, right? Especially since they're... One could argue they're not alive anymore. And that's the exact same reason. It's funny because that is very similar to the arguments that are pro-choice. Because their argument is, well, you know what? It's also... It's my body, it's my choice, right? But when you're dead, it's like, well... Is it your body? Who are you now? You're dead. Because people say the baby's not a life, right? So it doesn't have rights. So you're dead. You don't have a life. You don't have rights. I don't know. You start to realize the more you discuss politics, especially when you try to discuss it from the extremes perspective, because I feel like that's the problem. Part of the issue is that we're too busy arguing about like, well, they believe this, ergo I can't agree with anything they say. It's like, no, we're going to bounce back and forth on ideas, right? I think what the Trump administration was trying to pass... Oh, I already said that. Sorry, I already said that part about the heartbeats and whatever. You stand between me and Shannon's future. Farewell. That's the recruitment theme. It's so good. Oh, that's from Enemies to Friends, actually. It's the name of that song. Okay, so we have to find a way to get through this turn without anybody dying. Can somebody else get over there? Not anyone good. See, I can seize this, but then I can't get Aira out of there. We could make like a new blockade. Oh, that was a good dodge. Sorry. Take the dead person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying people can. I'm just saying that's the... It's the contradictory arguments that you start to run into. Because we're trying to boil everything down to certain phrases, to buzzwords. African figure to be able to finagle laws because they think they can save lives. I can understand that, but it's only really on this one issue. There's so many issues, right? The problem is that we do have to try to balance like everything, right? You don't want lots of abortions to happen just because you don't want people to be getting pregnant all the time and then just killing babies. It's not even healthy, right, to get an abortion. It's not healthy for your body to go through that, right? So you shouldn't be advocating that, oh, don't worry, just get one, right? Like, that's not how it's going to work in the long run. So you have to seize first. Sire, we found this young boy in the dungeon. What's the matter? Why are you silent? I want to know why you were held here.
You're not one of Kinbaith's lot, are you?
We've dealt with Kinbaith. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
Oh, so Aira doesn't have to keep fighting. My Auntie Aira was forced to fight because Kinbaith had me. Please, you've got to help her.
The swordswoman? Huh. Thought there was something amiss about her. Very well. I'll let her know that you're safe. Now, what's your name?
Shannon. I'm Shannon, the Prince of Isaac.
Isaac's prince, you say? You mean the war that we were all distracted with over in Isaac because they attacked the village, and then you're the prince and you're right here. Oh my god. All these things are coming together. I can barely begin to imagine what you've been through. Shannon, for now, though, you're welcome to stay in our army. Don't worry, in our company. That makes more sense. One day you'll make it home. I'll do all I can to ensure that.
Pardon me, sire, but we're currently at war with Isaac.
If we're going to harbor its prince, shouldn't we inform the king? He's a child, Oife. That war has nothing to do with him. I'll find a way to get him home safely. But for now, we need to look after him. He's like Hector, but he's way more honorable about it. It's a very complicated situation. Not to mention the... See, one of the things that they were trying to put... Some states that I had read, what they were trying to do is they were trying to pass... They were just trying to pass laws that one doctor can't sign off on it anymore. It needs to be... Or they're trying to rewrite it that way. So it used to be that if you wanted to get like a late-term abortion because it poses a threat to your life, you had to get 3 doctors to sign off on it. Now, assuming that all doctors are going to make scientific judgments, they're saying, well, let's bring it down to 1, right? So you only need 1 doctor now to say, no, this poses a threat to you. Here you go. We can grant you an abortion. But that is like, that's the, we're now arguing over the fine line of like, okay, well, if there's 1, it's more likely that the doctor can get corrupt, and the abortion office can be like, hey man, just start saying yes and give us all the money and we'll start doing late-term abortions for you and we'll get paid all this money. Or, you know, doctors won't do that, but having 3 doctors have to sign off, at least, you know, it takes all 3 of them to have to be corrupted as opposed to 1. But people will get mad about that part of the argument too. If you even try to argue that, like, I don't know, I don't think we need 1. I don't think we should be making abortions more common. Keep in mind, it was already legalized. We shouldn't be arguing against it.
Just as I thought, Lord Sigurd really is such a kind man.
So we can't get her yet, because she's right there in the way. I'm thinking Quan would be fine, but Aerith took some damage. We gotta run all the way around, make sure everyone's safe. Sigurd would let people get abortions. Absolutely. I don't know. He's really happy to have his kid when he gets his kid. Noish, that's your wife, by the way, so you better be ready to treat her right.
This village is part of the holdings of Kinbaith, Lord of Genoa. He's as dreadful as they come. Merely a month goes by without him setting his army on us. It's terrifying.
Why would you? That's the part that doesn't make sense. That's not logic. Why would your king or emperor or your local delegate would just be like, you know, it'd be cool if we went to an army with our own village, went to war with our own village. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, I don't want this Julius guy to come to life. Keep in mind though. Oh yeah, because she is pregnant with... what about Julia? When does that happen? Yeah, Julia and Seliph are already alive. No, well, it's literally a demon out of you. When we get to Julius, his music is so good. It's so fitting for him too. Because at least Arvis's music captures that, like, it's very regal, it's very honorable, it's very like, I'm part of like this big destructive house, Velthamer. How's this turn gonna go? So meanwhile, they're all fighting. Still fighting Dew down here. Don't worry about it. They're not going to hit him anytime soon, so... And even if they do, Adine's right here to heal, so... FE4 would make a great anime. Come on, Dew. Look at him go. He's doing so great. He's just fighting everybody. Oh yeah, there is a manga. Is there a translated manga? Genoa has fallen to Granvale? No, I must get to Shannon. Oh, okay, she just talks. Oh, she can't even get there. Okay, so the attack stops. Uh-oh. It's the neutral music. Does Granvale really think it can just waltz into Verdane with such a tiny force? How adorable. Men, here's our chance. Evans is ripe for the plucking, then it's straight for the Granvale border. "2010s anime, lol. Is that? No, it's the airline army. Lord Eldigan won't like this. I'm just gonna leave my post." Uh-oh, here they come. So these are the guys who are coming right for our castle right for our castle that we already captured. Okay, we can probably call it a turn after, call it a night after this, but here we go. Hold, Lady Aira. Prince Shannon is safe with us. You needn't keep fighting. What? You saved Shannon? Do you speak the truth? I do, Prince. I do. Prince Shannon told me everything. That you're the daughter of the late Isakian king. Listen, you detest Granvalians. You've made your hostility perfectly clear. But you can't neglect your duty to the prince. You can't afford to waste your life now. Not on a battle as senseless as this. My brother, the crown prince, entrusted Shannon to my care knowing that his death was inevitable. You're right. After all this time, I refuse to die for Verdane's sake. Until I've seen Shannon rise to the Isakian throne, my life is not mine to forfeit to such dogs. I will aid you all I can, if you lower your sword. On my honor as the heir of Baldur the Crusader, I swear I will not betray you. Very well, I'll place my trust in you as well, such is the way of the warriors of Isaac. For now, I pledge my blade to your service. However, this does not change that Granvale is my foe. Beware, for if one day that includes you, I will not hesitate. War can be truly cruel. Aira, Isakian warrior, I pray that day never comes. Here she is, she's our girl. It's Aira. And what skill does she have? The skill that all Myrmidons should have, Astra. So this is the game where Astra started. She also has Nihil, so she can't get crits or anything. She also has Pursuit. She's just a monster, really. And there's no killing edges in this game, sadly, but it's sick. Okay, so you and Noish are going to hang out and run to hopefully aid this whole thing going on over here. HP strength? Well, you don't need a strength, but you're going to head this way. Quan, you're going to hit this. So you can actually access these from anywhere. Thank you for the follow, Potato Amphetamine 69. What a name. I really like that name. Thank you for the follow. So we're going to sell our hand axe to the prawn broker here because we actually can't use it. So there it is. It's in there now. Quan, you're going to head back to Evans as well because I don't know if you guys can all hold it. Azel will go this way. Finn can go back. Finn can go back too. And Madur, since you're right here, you might as well just work your way back. Because I don't know if Alec can hold all of this by himself, to be honest. What are they all holding? Are they all holding lances? Of course they are. Of course they're all holding lances. Because we're getting attacked from behind. Well, Arden's going to take forever to get back there anyway, so he's not going to get back there anytime soon. And you've got to come in here to go to the pawnbroker. And this is how you have to trade items in this game. I'm going to buy the hand axe. There it is. And you can do the arena from here too, but we're not going to do that right now. If you lose your starting castle, you just lose. I don't think you get any... I don't think anything really happens if they take back an old castle. Or does that just game over you as well, maybe? I don't remember. Hope your weapon doesn't break. You know, you got enough. You've only been attacking with it once every turn anyway. Level up for Do. A luck and a defense. Or is that a resistance? Oh, the soul. Didn't really matter, but cool. We gotta get all the way down there. Oh, meanwhile. What's this? Airline's army is marching on Evans? Ugh. Should have known Elliot just couldn't keep his nose out of this. Take care of the castle, Racasus. Sigurd is in dire need of my help. Of course, brother. Please do all you can to help Sigurd. Right. Cross Knights, move out. Our foe is the Erhine army. I don't expect a challenge, but stay alert nonetheless. Okay, so we don't actually have to head back because he sends out his own army. Elliot, ambushing them like a common thief, are you? A cowardly act, ill-befitting of the honor of a knight. Withdraw immediately or I will take action. We both know you're no match for me. What's this? Eldigan? I should have known you would side with Grandvale. In doing this, you are crossing not just Grandvale nor me, but your very liege. We bow to the Reverend King Imka, who desires only peace with Grandvale. Would you truly cross his majesty? You fool! Only you would still seriously heed that senile old fool's word. The lords of Augustria are united against both Grandvale and any peace with them. Wrong, for I will stand with you. For I will not stand with you. Augustria cannot afford the crippling tolls of war, and nor can Grandvale. Our past stands as a testament to this. Learn well, Elliot. We, the nobility, know not the suffering brought by war. War cripples only the powerless. Our subjects will not abide your lust for glory at the expense of our people. A pretty little speech, but that won't save you now. I knew all along you and I were always fated to clash, Eldigan. Today, we will settle this once and for all. Men, the enemy is now House Nordian. I want Eldigan's head on a platter. It's just got this, like, this has got the right kind of swing march to the whole thing, you know what I mean? Oh no, it's good. Okay, well, we're just gonna speed this up. Okay, so they just come back and fight. Yeah, no, and there's these, like, you're going to sit here and look at this fight and just kind of be like, who's going to win? What's happening? I don't know. FE4 does a good job of, like, really, you're watching other people fight now. And it feels like it's all part of the story. Although, clearly the Cross Knights are way better than all that crap. It's the first chapter where they would try to sneak in on your home base. So they don't actually come at you with a lot. It's the next chapter. The next chapter we use Evans again as our home base. And there's some Pegasus Knights that come in from way above. And instead of going south, we go west. And we're actually going to take back Nordian and all that. It's a whole thing. Chapter 2, The Disturbance in Augustria, is a great chapter. I quite enjoy it. Do I want to head all the way back now? I'll send Madur back, because, well, it doesn't really matter now. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll have Finn go back, though. Well, this map theme is amazing, dude. Every chapter has its own theme. I have played Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom, actually. I had no idea what it was when I was a kid, so I admittedly took no interest in actually figuring it out, and I was like, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! This sucks. But I can understand that maybe that game was okay. I'm about to go through this whole thing again. Hang on. I'm about to just finish this turn. I'm actually not sure how this turn's going to end. Where do I make a save state just so I can make one? I just wanted to save it, make a save state. Save game position, slot 1. Yeah, okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had some weird spin-off games. I want to play that 5D's racing game. I heard Dungeon Dice Monsters was good. Duelist of the Roses, that was the one, the PS1, wasn't it? That's the one where it's like not Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just like a weird, almost Yu-Gi-Oh! That was what was funny about it. What was really funny about early Yu-Gi-Oh games is that the people who made the games didn't know how to play the card game. So they kind of came up with their own shit. And some of it worked. I think I've seen that game at conventions. It's pretty cheap. I might pick it up one of these days. If I see it again. Do I think Alec could fight all of that by himself? Honestly, no. So Finn will go back. Well, that's the thing. But it was made to be a card game from the get-go. I guess obviously the TV show didn't really follow the rules either, but I mean, and even still, the card game itself is not good. But the fact is, as someone who got the card game and started reading how to play, only for all the kids in school to start kind of like making up their own damn rules. Oh yeah, well, that's because Yugi's the king of games, right? Well, the Pharaoh's the king of games. That was the idea, anyway. Yeah, no one really watched the first one, did they? Wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh also... No, it wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh, it was Pokemon. Because the original Pokemon card game was made by Wizards of the Coast. And I think Wizards invented it to kind of be like, hey, what if... Hey, man, if you liked it, you liked it. Okay, yeah, we don't even need to go back. These guys just run through and just stomp Airheim. There he goes. Goodbye, Elliot. Wolf, men, retreat, mark my words. Eldigan, this isn't over. He just runs away. He's like, I'm out of here. And that was it. Okay. We'll just save here. We're going to call it a stream here. We've captured Genoa. The Airheim army that was going to come up behind us, they gave us a bit of a scare. It didn't even happen. Don't worry. Eldigan and his Cross Knights came and saved the day. But I think it's time we end this stream before I go completing this whole game. We've done pretty well. We've been going for 3.5 hours. It's a pretty good stream. It was a pretty good stream, I must say. I've been enjoying it. Thank you, everyone who came out. I'm glad you all came around and enjoyed. And thank you for the people who followed and for the people who've already been following and all of that. Today is Thursday. Next stream is going to be Sunday night. And then I'm also off Monday, so we'll stream again Monday. And then we'll be heading into Anime North. So Anime North is going to be exciting for anyone in the area. Y'all can have a good time. If you're in Toronto, Ontario. But yeah, so that's about it. Thank you guys all again for tuning in and being a part of it. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys are here for the stream. I'm glad that the streaming is going fairly well for me. So yeah, we'll be playing through this game more and we'll be finishing it up, and I'll be uploading these videos onto the second channel, so you can go check those out. And yeah, so see you guys later.